How's it going, everybody? How's it going, chat? We're here to smoke exorbitantly expensive cigars. And this is, well, first of all, yeah, this is the Davidoff Royal Release Robusto. 120 MSRP. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Roger. He gave me this cigar.
An exquisite cigar that depicts the notion of elitism at its finest.
Yes. Yes.
I'm excited for this.
I'm excited too. I've had the white. Yeah, let's do it. Let's cut it up. I've had the white band one. I haven't had this blue band one, the latest iteration.
White band was the original release, correct?
Yes.
Well, it is also the Oro Blanco Royal Release white band in this series.
Excited.
Perfect draw.
I feel like I should have used matches for this one.
Yeah, I was classy enough to go soft flame for this one at least.
Yeah, I'm doing the ping.
Bing,
Just
bing.
keeping it real. Cuban Pete, baby.
We'll even do.
I'm not keeping it real.
I'm doing the Sahakian swirl here, guys.
Yeah.
Is that an ST DuPont? What is that?
Wait, hold on. Let me bust out my DuPont. There we go.
Oh, that was terrible, Johnny.
I don't claim it to be real.
I know you don't.
$9. Leave me alone.
That thing was nowhere near.
Look, man, if I'm going to smoke
The
$120 cigars, I got to get a $9 lighter. Leave me alone.
You got to save someone.
Yeah, the pink for this one, being a fake, not bad.
That's pretty good.
So we saw flaming. No.
I'm lit, torched already.
Yeah, I'm just going to torch it.
Oh, I have a cracked wrapper already.
Sal.
At the foot, where? And you've had yours for like 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Oh, at the cap.
Yeah.
Oof.
Motherfucker.
Grab another Royal.
Yeah, just go in the box.
Is it affecting the draw cell?
No.
So okay, that's good. It could get dicey towards the end if you smoke it that far, but for now, nothing to worry about.
I think we're gonna be okay.
No.
I'm so ingrained now when we do lives that I have to man the chat. I just tried pulling up comments for the past minute, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't host this one. Sound Dog's job.
Fuck. Oh, Daniel. All right, I'm catching up. There's only 37 people in here so far, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot the light. There we go.
I hope there's some idiots in this group that are smoking with us tonight.
We've got Skinny Money in here. I'm pretty sure he's firing up a Royal.
Oh yeah, he's
Yo,
touching
Skinny,
himself tonight,
what up?
for sure.
We got one more cube available. Where's Javi?
Yeah, oh, we got 3 more. We could go up to 10 if we want, but then it gets pretty cluttered with 10 people.
Yeah, Javi, I sent you a link, man. I don't know if you saw it, but I shot it over. JB, I bet he's got a Royal.
I'm liking this to start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really. It's a subtle. A note that I get with a lot of Davidoffs. I talked to Sal about this, I think. It's a note that reminds me of ocean air. Like something about the flavor of this cigar and a lot of other Davidoffs. It just has like a salty, kind of sea-like component to it. Ocean air is the best way I describe it.
It's a little bit savory.
Kareem.
That's a really good way of putting that note. You can taste like the salt water kind of in the air and like the sand, that smell. It all kind of coalesces.
And there's a little funk, like a hint of a funk too.
Yeah,
seaweed funk in there.
That's what you were
Yes.
smelling, Mike.
No, but right at light up, I got a blast of very smooth but distinctly aged and funky Dominican toenail clippings.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah,
Vith Gither is back.
it's really remarkable. At first, I thought it was the aged tobacco that has been grown in a separate farm and segregated from the rest of the plantation and harvested all on its own and cured in its own barn and then left to age for 8 years. I thought it was that, but no. Dominican toenails. What are you gonna do? I didn't make this thing.
What are you gonna
Not
do?
been good Benjis for Sal.
No. Javi,
Hey, what's going on, guys?
what's going
What's up,
on,
buddy?
dude?
Oh, if you got
Happy
your
to see
fan,
you, man.
if you got your fan on, you got to turn it off. I can hear it already.
Yeah.
Immediately shut down.
No, it was going towards
Peter's
my
down
face. I just ate it down. A small fan.
There we go.
We don't have
Sounds
the
like a
nice cool
jet
weather
turbine.
like up north.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that coat.
Whelen is ready for the occasion.
Yeah, man. Padron 50, okay. Padron 50 Maduro, not too shabby.
Anyone drinking good tonight? Since it is Burning Benji's, I got a purple top out for the occasion.
Well,
My
that
bourbon
Patron's
fans.
only a $60 cigar.
What if he smokes
better.
two at once? Does that count?
Yes, it does.
All right,
Roger.
Derek, go grab the natural and
Oh, you imagine that? Doing a
I just did
Maduro and a
that.
natural.
could be great.
So, Carpy, you're here. I'm pumped that you're here, dude. I'm glad that scheduling just worked out to where you can get back a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I had 2 birthday parties to go to, and I kind of brought up maybe leaving one a little bit earlier so we could get to another earlier and then leave that. And she's like, why don't you just drive separate from me and the kids? And I was like, really? You really mean it, babe?
It was a test. You failed.
You love me.
Yeah, if that's
Hell
what
yeah.
you want to do, just go.
I'm more of an introvert and she's more of an extrovert. So she loves parties with lots of gatherings and stuff. And once it reaches a certain amount of people, I'm just like, I don't need to be involved. It's
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah, and I'm drinking coffee. It's either for me with live streams, evening live streams, it's coffee or Monster.
Evening, 7 p.m. This guy, evening.
Yeah, I get up early. This is this is late for you, obviously, but it's kind of late for me too because I'm a fucking wimp. I'm a Californian wimp.
Yeah, woof woof.
As you
I'd be
do,
interested to hear
Eric.
what early is too.
I think Eric has a fucking awesome point he just made. It's $3.75 a puff.
Got to be a
Puff
fat rip. Yeah, what's your puff rate?
I mean, in a weird way, it does. I saw a comment, I believe Tommy made it, that he feels that this cigar is reminiscent of the Davidoff Millennium, but just really kind of amplified. I think
Dude,
I see a similarity.
that just fucks you guys up even more. Look at that comment. Watching you guys by the pool with pool lights on shining on the palm trees, sipping on extra añejo tequila, beef eaters, the big one. Can't remember. I'm buzzing already. Fuentes, Don Carlos, Shark. Watching you guys. That's a saucy comment. That's a saucy, badass comment right there. He's having a good time. God bless you, Julio.
He's making his own cigar glue.
That's amazing.
Yes,
You're
that's
you're right
fine.
at home. You're right at home.
It's the weekend. Lawrence, what up, dude?
What's up, Brody? There's like a funky spice, like a not a pepper spice to this, but I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Could be the bourbon. Could be the bourbon as well.
To me, it's like a faint, slight herbal spice. A lot of Davidoffs, I just distinguish it as being like a herbal component spice.
There is I could pick up a little bit of what that note you were talking about, where you're liking it to like sea air, a little bit of salinity, that kind of. Yeah, I see that there. Leather, we're getting some leather, getting a little oak, a little bit of breadiness so far.
Not bad.
I can see that.
Not bad.
Like a sourdough. It's subtle. It's a subtle cigar. It has a short finish. It's a very clean finish on it. That's probably by design. It's not blowing me away, but it's like Pete said, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's better than the Ometepe. Like if we're ranking out of the two we have smoked so far, I'm gonna go ahead and put this
especially
one. Especially
for you and Sal.
Absolutely, man. I totally agree with you, Peter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's
Not
like subtle in that it's devoid of flavor. I think it's actually kind of, it's got a ton of flavor. It's just nothing is really in your face compared to the other notes.
I believe what's about to happen is that it's just starting to develop, right? And it's starting, kind of at a, maybe a medium to medium minus level. It's probably going to ramp up a couple of notches, and I think the complexity will kind of show itself a little bit more, and then we'll see how it gets balanced.
I just got some caramel. Some caramel came in the profile.
On the finish.
Yes. And the finish is elongated. It's getting longer. Yeah, you're not the only one who thinks that.
The Ometepe is a good yard guard. That's all it's good for.
That's all it's good for.
I don't know. Not even that. I mean, I could agree with you, but then we would both be wrong. That thing is, for me, worthless.
Just give him the Johnny.
I bought 3 more, but that's okay. At full price.
Yeah, more for you. That's great.
Do you have to buy the 3 to get the box, or do they just give you the box?
He gave me the box, but he didn't give me the box because he fucking really likes me. He gave me the box because I'm working on his 70 Bronco project truck, so he's trying to butter me up for a better invoice. It's not coming.
I hope he doesn't watch the show.
He doesn't. He won't watch. He's not watching.
Dude, Johnny, I subscribed to you today. I was like, they talk about Johnny having a YouTube channel, and I've never because I think you haven't done a review in a while. And so I think months. And each time we talk about it, I totally forget by the end of the episode. But today I was like, I'm going to because I sent you the link. I'm like, I'm going to find his YouTube channel. I did. You have a shit ton of videos, dude. You posted it a ton. Like within
I was doing 1 to 2 a day.
Jesus.
For 1 year, I did 1 to 2 a day. So
what stopped? Why'd you stop, dude?
It was 110 degrees in here.
That'll stop a lot of people for sure. For sure.
I'll be back soon. Fall's coming. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you.
Got a new subscriber today. Got a new subby.
Guys,
what 2 channels are we streaming on? Is it Matt's and somebody else's?
I think Unbanded, right?
I'm watching on Unbanded.
So I'm trying to
Is
reach
he frozen?
people that are apparently on Matt's. There we go. That's what I'm doing wrong. Matt just put out a video. Matt just put out a video this week, and I put out 3 Nat Sherman or Ferio Tego videos.
Look at that handsome devil right there.
That's a pensive
Well,
thought
is he
right
is
there.
he asking if
Ah,
you tried Ferio Tego's old timeless blends or Ferio Tego?
Guys,
Like the old
I
Nat
don't
Sherman
know.
timeless.
There we go. Yeah, I think he's just saying, have we smoked any Ferio Tego? Just like referencing the old, like they used to be Nat Sherman. Yeah, Mike said we just it's been Ferio Tego week for a lot of our channels, especially Mike's.
They make
Yep,
good
yep.
cigars.
Gosh, I hope they do.
Good for
They
you
do.
guys, man, for putting something like that out there. That's great. And I think Michael's a good dude. So
Yeah,
he's a good blender.
that brand doesn't seem to get the attention that I think it deserves. I mean, I look at my view counts, it's far lower than a lot of my other videos, more common ones. But I think people should check them out. You know, watch the reviews, and some of them might not match your palate, but
Maybe smoke
Some of
2
them will.
less shitty cigars that cost $5, and
there you go.
maybe smoke 1 more better cigar that might cost, $15 to $20
There you go.
or more.
That's a thought.
Smoke that.
And
Smoke the best.
and a lot of people are familiar with Nat Sherman, and like they were smart. Like Kurt Claus was smart, like keeping the same style branding, like for the timeless and all that stuff. He has the new Ferio Tego band, which is sick.
Yeah.
Peter's back.
But they do have a long-term fan base.
What happened, dude?
StreamYard just froze on me. My internet didn't drop or anything, but my computer like locked up for a little bit.
It's dumb. Yes, and Skinny Money, big proponent of Ferio Tego.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus.
Yeah. There you go.
I've been sending you guys Ferio Tegos for, a while. All I've heard was like, oh, they're too much money. But nobody really talked about the actual cigar.
We smoked $100 cigar.
And now we're smoking $100 cigars. Complaining about a $20 cigar.
And this was sent to me, so I can't. Hey, actually, the last one was sent to me too. The Ometepe. God, I'm a spoiled
Same.
asshole.
It's our same here. I have no business
Yeah.
being here right now.
That's
Freaking
fantastic,
Roger.
man.
This one was sent to me too.
Yeah,
Tony sent me this one.
Roger gave both Felipe and I $200 or $240 right here. Thank you,
Freaking
Roger.
man. Thank you, Roger.
Roger's
I
a
can't
class
complain.
act, man.
Yeah.
He's a class act.
And Tony sent me
That's
this
why
one,
his
so
face-
shout out to Tony.
Whoa,
Nice, dude.
whoa. What do you mean Tony sent? Where's the one I sent you?
It's in my box.
Yo.
Hey guys, I procured this the old-fashioned way. I went into a store and I bought it.
I did the same, but Roger did send me an Opus Dubai that I just reviewed. So, like, and Sal just sent me a bomb of great shit. I mean,
Dude, how good is that Dubai?
fuck,
It's
dude.
good because we want each
fucking
other
good.
to enjoy cigars that we like, that we think are good. We also want to try and, if it makes sense for you, for your channel to review it, if it does something well, good for you. It's all meant with love and positivity, and for your enjoyment and the betterment of your life.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sal.
That's what
Matt.
well, it's not just me. I mean, you're like that. Matt's like that. Peter's like. We're all kind of, you put a bunch of people together that share a genuine interest for cigars, who are kind, thoughtful, and generous. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
It's not a bad place to be. That's for damn sure.
Matt,
Roger
I remember
is
when
cool.
I remember when you reviewed the Dubai, Matt. It dropped off at the end. What? I don't recall exactly what happened at the end that you were like, eh.
Probably like any other Fuente, it just got really woody. Oh, look at that construction. I'll have to check out the review again, but it lost all this. Typically, cigars in the final third, they just lose their satiating components, and just their base profile just shines the most, and the pepper rises in strength too. From my experience, that's probably what happened.
Mm.
But that didn't happen with the Robusto.
I had the Robusto, and I didn't have that problem.
Yeah.
I know that the spice definitely ratcheted up because I was thinking about your review. Like, as I smoked it, I was like, I remember Matt didn't like the end. And I've had the larger size before and reviewed that on my Instagram. And then I just had the Robusto and shot the video for YouTube. And then you had the middle size, didn't you?
No, his was the Gordo. Toro Gordo.
This is a 58. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a big boy.
That I sent in.
Yep. You sent in, man. You sent in some pretty expensive things. So thank you, Sal. Freaking gave me 5 Robanas. Jeez Louise, man. Thank you.
Oh, listen, it's my pleasure, guys. Can we talk a little bit about this cigar? Is anyone detecting the slightest hint of milk chocolate and maybe a little toasted almond? Is anybody getting that besides the leather and the oak, which is pretty, you know?
You want me to read what I'm getting so far?
Read it. Read it out.
Read it. All right. On the dry, I got like an earthy, funky oak with a slight nuttiness and some leather. On the retro, it's mostly leather with that herbal spice you mentioned, Matt. And then on the finish, it's like really creamy, and there's occasionally a light metallic note, but I think that's fading as it progresses. There's like that saltiness that you were talking about with a little bit of nuttiness. And then there's some caramel on the long finish. I'm not sure that I'm hitting that milk chocolate you're talking about, Sal, but I can see it peeking out.
It's so faint. You know, the caramel sweetness that you're talking about, for me, it's very, very like hidden. But I think it's gonna start opening up more. I don't know if you're further along than I am or not.
I'm further along than you, and it's really good right now. It's very good.
Yeah.
Caramel's the main tone for me at the moment.
Peter, are you coning out, ripping on that thing, or?
I mean, it's coning a little bit. I wouldn't. There's a pretty healthy piece of ash that didn't fall off with the initial piece, so it's just hanging on there. But a lot of oak and leather for me right now.
He's really trying to get that tree fitty pull.
It's not. It's not
Ripping
working.
hard.
It's not working.
You know what's nice is I'm picking up like a buttered exhaust fume, of with a tinge of like geriatric bladder scrapings, and a creamy shrapnel with hints of aged, musty luggage.
Do you write this down
luggage?
before, Sal? Do you write it down before?
Do you see how he's looking to his right?
Yeah. You got just like a fucking list of nonsense.
I'm doing Carpenter. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm looking down.
Looking down.
You want me to get into the florality notes and the herbal, you know,
Herbaceousness.
the herbaceousness.
Herbaceous.
Yeah. Musty luggage with herbal florality on the finish and a dead skin smoke texture with an interesting mix of peaty toenail clippings and burnt hair on the long
Jesus
finish.
Christ.
And cedar. And
Don't want
raspberries.
cigar.
And raspberries.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sounds like quite the ride.
Did one hell of a ride.
Yeah. You know, yes, I am getting the procured this at a shop in New Jersey where apparently
Oh no.
cigars taste
Oh
like
no.
raspberries.
Oh no.
But I figure we'll rate it before we end the stream. Like we'll give our, I'll rate it my system, Pete can rate it his system, whatever. Like anybody can rate it however they want. But I figure by the end of this, we'll give our quality score by the end.
I think it's nice.
Yeah. You wouldn't
You're-
know by
you're
the
a
notes you
madman,
just
Texas.
listed. But apparently that's just all shit you're into, huh?
Yeah, that's
Geriatric
favorite
bladder
profile.
scrapings and creamy shrapnel.
Yeah.
That's not an oxymoron.
Guys, this is a cigar like none other. I mean, this is a very special cigar. It's the Royal Release, and we, the Lords of the Liga, are here to testify as to what we are experiencing.
Smoke it, Skinny.
One hell of a testament. Yeah,
What are you
I
waiting for,
think
Skinny?
I think a lot of us have that issue because he doesn't want to smoke it until he has another one to have later, to just kind of re-up, to make sure he always has one.
Listen, I've seen Skinny's
definitely
credit
been
cards. I've seen his credit card statement. He could get one at any time. Okay, this guy just fucking flying on the fucking seam of his pants.
Didn't he buy like $2,000 worth of cigars like this week?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like
early
that.
in the week.
Good for him.
He's doing all right.
He's buying good cigars, man,
Yeah.
God damn it.
and
Wheeler.
he's enjoying them. That's great to see.
I just paid it. Whelen got the jacket on it.
Johnny, it was a lot of fun watching you chug like 25 Cuban cigars in 12 minutes.
It was 3, but yes, thank you. They were very good. Thank you, AZ.
Yeah, you were good on those things.
Wait, I thought you smoked all the ones he sent you.
I did. I smoked the last one this morning. So I smoked 4 of them in less than 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, I smoked 4 of them last night. So,
Yeah,
Nice.
same.
Same, but different.
I didn't expect to, I went, some of you guys know, I went and met our friend Enzo and DC and another gentleman by the name of Gabriel over at the lounge that I'm a member at, and we had a great time. It was really wonderful to meet DC in person. He's a great guy. I actually like him better in person than on the internet.
I like the picture of Enzo, DC, and you lined up. It's like a gradient.
In descending
Yes.
height. Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
I'm
I got
always working on shit like that.
my DC hoodie on tonight.
Um,
El Guapo Gordo.
Well, what was great
Nice.
is that, we went and picked up a few Cuban cigars. I don't know if DC has ever smoked one. I do know that he smoked a lot of shitty cigars that I've, witnessed on, his journey. As, a lot of people, when you start out, you're just finding stuff and smoking a lot of, what do you call that? Like legacy, not the good legacy stuff, but the General Mills or whatever the hell that company is that makes those horrible things. But he got a hold of a great cigar, a really, really great cigar. And I just watched the guy blossom. Like, he was so into it and he was really getting it. And then, of course, he just spent a bunch of money and bought a lot, and we smoked a bunch, and he's hooked. He's in, but he understands.
He understands Habanos is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
Rib
saw
Dog,
the
I've got
light.
one
I'm
on
just saying
order.
it's nice to watch somebody's evolution in their journey, kind of go to another level and understand tobacco, a little deeper. And that's a beautiful.
Another
thing.
dimension.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm trying to say that's a great thing.
No.
Anyone else got
Yeah,
one of these coming? Because I know. Yeah, you got one coming, Mike.
Yeah. Gotta try it.
What's the MSRP on it?
I know I reserved mine at like 150, but I've seen him at like 120 or something. It's stupid.
Okay.
but you know, sometimes you got to do dumb shit, like smoke a Royal Release.
Very, very good point. That's the blue band one, right? It's like a kind of a teal blue, like greenish blue.
Maybe, yeah. It's got a whole
I think so.
theme.
Well, they
I
did
think so.
two of them, didn't they? There's one that's a handway, and then this one.
So the OpusX Society, there's a like artist or something that makes all sorts of different accessories. OpusX Society
His name
accessories.
is Manny. Manny.
That's it.
Iriate.
Yep. And now they're making a cigar in that line.
I love the way he's breaking it down.
Yeah. Wait till you get to the brioche. The creamy leather brioche. A little toasted almond in there.
You've never tried any Opus X, but the Society has your attention. That's one way to get in.
Yeah.
Well, let's give some recommendations. What's everyone's top Opus?
OG Super Bellicoso.
I like the Dubai and the 20th, but the Rosado Oro Oscuro is also good if you're in the mood for kind of an amped up Opus. I actually like those fresh and not aged because they've got a kick that the rest of the Opuses don't.
Is the Destino an Opus?
No.
It's
Okay,
better
then
than an
it's the
Opus.
20th for me.
Yeah, don't make Mike mad. It's not an Opus.
He's already foaming.
I do like
He said
that
no so
Oro.
fast.
I sort of agree with Mike, but I only like that Oro in the Petite Bellicoso.
Okay.
The other the other Vitolas I just can't hang with, but I love that Petite Bellicoso, man. I mean, I've been smoking them like candy. They're great. I recommend them, and I don't know. I think I'm smoking them fresh. I'm just buying them from the B&M,
Yeah.
and I have a few in my humidor at the place. I have some more here. It's really nice. I like the regular, Fuente Opus X, but aged. I think that cigar aged is fantastic. I would say the Chateau and especially the Shark aged, like a minimum of 3 years, is outstanding. It is fucking great.
Give me a 13, a Forbidden 13,
Mhm.
or that Dubai.
Yeah, I think the 13 is phenomenal. Or it's regular Forbidden X, but those aged also are great. 20th is nice. Dubai is excellent. And then there's a bunch of ones that I don't like.
This thing
Yeah.
burns awesome. Or is it
Yeah.
illegal?
As it should.
Ooh.
As it should, right? That's beautiful.
I know, Javi, man.
That is
this-
beautiful.
Where you at, JB?
This is making me look good.
So-
It's a cigar. I mean,
But no, I mean, look, we're showing something off now. The 8 top rollers at Davidoff are the only people that are allowed to touch these. They are the highest grade of roller at Davidoff, with a minimum of 15 years experience rolling. They're the only people allowed to touch these. So
I don't know if I'm smoking fast or like the cigar is smoking fast. Like, I don't feel like I'm smoking faster than I usually do. Yeah, I think Peter and I are like
Johnny,
close to the
too.
same. Yeah.
Damn, Felipe. Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah.
You're all chugging.
damn.
Felipe's come a long way, man. I remember the first Unbandeds, dude.
It's the unbanded effect, bro.
Our third cigars, and this guy would be in like the second, third, and the first cigar.
It's weird. We all started smoking these cigars pretty much exactly at the same time, and I'm only here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I do
Yeah.
know that I'm smoking this at 58% relative humidity, both at the foot and the cap.
Yeah.
So maybe the lower humidity burns slower. I don't know.
I'm
What's
at
going on,
54
AZ?
and 60.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm just getting like toasted almond now. Really good.
Yeah, right?
You just wanted to say it before I said it. That's what happened.
Well, to be fair, Sal said it first. So.
That's true. That's true.
I'm waiting for people to talk about the little bit of the hints of citrus. I'm still
Yeah,
waiting. To hear
that's
about
all I'm getting is citrus on the palate.
There's that nice creaminess.
It's like a citric oak, a tad bit of baker spice at the back of the tongue, and like this salty citric sting at the tip.
Mm-hmm.
You know a lot about stinging tips, Johnny?
Mm-hmm. Yep, sure do.
Someone was gonna say it.
I just dropped my ash.
Felipe and I got together today at our lounge. We had a little East Coast baller meeting.
Wonderful.
Wait, what'd you guys smoke?
Good, Felipe.
I had a Night Commander, and I actually had a terrible experience. I got a plugged one, and it was getting no draw. And then I took it to the guy thinking he'd be like, "Oh, just grab another one." He took this tool and just like stabbed the cigar, and then it was like over humidified, so it was really like muddled. But
yeah,
it just wasn't the experience as the first one.
And that's the latest batch, the ones that just came out.
Yep. They only got like 2 boxes
Sucks.
of them.
Yeah,
I smoked
an LFD bowl. Same thing. It was over humidified. Like you could taste it was a bowl, but you could also just taste that it was probably close to 70. So it needed to come down. But
muddled.
Yeah, it was a good time though.
So I always bring my own shit to the lounge and then just buy something while I'm there.
Yeah.
It's very rare to find a lounge that doesn't have over humidified cigars.
Yeah.
I keep a Tupperware in my locker, and usually I'll buy something and like smoke something in my Tupperware and like rotate it with whatever I just bought. But I saw the bowl and I was like, I'm just gonna smoke it today, and I tasted regret.
I know those like
You only smoked half of it too.
Spot on, Eric.
That's not true. That's not true.
Pull the Roger.
Yeah, I was at a lounge. I smoked Colorado Claro, double Robusto, over humidified. Went up to the guy like Felipe did, and he's like, we'll just get it with the poker. I said, bro, you're not poking a $40+ cigar. I said, just give me another one. I'm going to smoke something else, and I'll smoke it later. I said, but right now we're not even through the first third. I'm not, you know what I mean? Take it back. I'm not going to come halfway through and be like, hey, the cigar's fucked. Give me another one. I told him, I said, we're not poking a $40 cigar. Just give me another one. And they did.
That's good. Yeah,
and
it's
$15 short. Poke away, but come on.
Yeah,
$40?
something it should be performing, to the nines.
Yep.
For me, the cigar, the citrus components are more prevalent. It's not. It's like it's more of like kind of like between an orange and a lemon. It's not like all sweet. It has some like bitterness to it. The caramel's gone. That citrus component's taken over, and then oak and leather underneath that. Some of the salty kind of ocean air components as well, undertones, and then the herbal spice. It's not as enjoyable as it was like 10 minutes ago.
But there's a kind of a cool thing that's happening like in between the puffs, right? Like after you've, kind of blown it out, the draw and the retro, and, you kind of get whatever's there. But then you're just kind of sitting there. There's these little tingling weird things happening. I don't know what that spice is exactly. It has a little tingle to it, and it's not a pepper, right? So I'm not sure what it is. We can say it's herbal.
It's almost like a menthol.
Well,
I don't know if you're getting like a menthol tingle.
Okay. Dude, what I was gonna say is clove, but I didn't want to sound,
Okay.
too, I didn't want to come from too far from left field, right?
Mm.
There you
Not
go.
like Trinity Shrapnel or
No, I'm
Hey,
kind of
guess I
getting a
could
little
see
It's
that.
kind
menthol
of more
to
like
it.
a baker's spice to me, like those ginger snap cookies, like that spice, like not pepper, not cinnamon. What is it? It's something.
It is something, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's closer to that clove-ish type of herbal thing, with almost like a little touch of white pepper, and then a follow of salt, and then chocolate.
It's an interesting choice to give real notes, Sal.
Along with toenail.
I don't
No
know.
one knows what's real right
After
now.
32 years of cigar smoking, Mike, you got to do something to keep you engaged, right? Like I got to stay interested somehow.
You guys want to answer AZ's question?
I think that's going to be
It's in the works.
I think that's going to be the last episode. I think that's the one we blow our load on, because I think we're only planning 5 of these, right?
What's the next one, guys? Peter, guys, what are we doing next?
I don't know.
Unicorn?
Have we decided? I know I want to do an OG unicorn.
Yeah, I know we're doing a unicorn. Is the Perfection A or whatever still? Is that what it is? The Lost City?
The Lost City, eh?
Yeah.
Is that still in the mix or no?
I don't know, man.
Gross. Ew.
I've got
Is that
one.
a good cigar? I've like the Lost Cities that I've had, I just haven't been down with, but I don't know that A. I've never smoked it. Do you know?
I don't know if it's
I've
a
never
different
smoked
blend or
it.
not. All I know is the MSRP is close to 100, I think, or we thought it was, and maybe it's not, and that's why it might be taken off the list.
I think it's
Most
over.
often when you find it, it's above 100, but it's like an $80 cigar.
I can't do it. Shit.
Yeah. Maybe the chat wants to chime in. Is there a $100 cigar you want to see us smoke? Like, let us know. We will seek it out if it's pretty available.
Rocky Patel.
I'd like to do a Marifel, but here they're not that good, right? No, Rocky
I had a
Patel.
terrible experience with the Marifel that I had, but I think it must have been a bad roll. There's something chemically about it. It was not good.
I don't want to run that risk then. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think most of those are technically under $100 too.
There's a new release.
Yeah.
It's like 120 a stick, I think.
It's like a new Cameroon, right?
Yeah, it comes with a double coffin or something like that.
Do the Marifels run about 100?
Well, the regular I think it's like 50. I think.
Yeah.
I bought the double coffin one because it looked cool. So.
They've got so many different lines, and their branding is like you need to look at the pattern that's cut out on the band to figure out what it is. It's not concise.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with Skinny here. I think Thursday was my best smoking day this week. That Alfonso was fucking fantastic. And then I followed it up with a year-aged Night Commander, which was also fucking lights out good. So, yeah, everything else has been kind of not a dud necessarily, but just not living up to what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that cigar, I followed up with a La Camina 10th. I know everybody loves hearing about that cigar. And then
Great
4
cigar.
Cubans. So, it's a good week.
It's a good week.
I smoked that one this morning. I smoked that Comina.
It's a good 24 hours.
What'd you think, Javi?
For sure. I put a little thing on there. It's very simple to some of you guys.
On the thing.
It was fun. It was an S tier. It was an S tier. I was very impressed with that cigar.
Glad you loved it, man. That's
You hear that,
beautiful.
Mike? You
Look
hear
how
that,
mad
number
Mike
one?
is.
Yeah.
And I
Hear
saw
that?
You
you
shootout.
that
Didn't say it was
review,
bad.
Hear that, Curtis? Hear that, Curtis? Hear that, Terrence? Fuckers.
I've never had the
I don't
regular
agree with
Comina.
that, but
Yeah, there's
I'm
Hear
just
that,
out.
Sal?
It doesn't matter. If you guys love a cigar, that makes me happy. I
right.
don't have to like it too, you know. I mean, I like it. I think it's an excellent cigar.
Well, I
Yeah.
put that in there too. I mean, to me, it reached it. It was very good.
But if you
I have
read
two
what,
more. I have to go and smoke another one just to make sure it just wasn't a one-off. Because sometimes that happens. You get one that's just really good, and then the other ones are kind of, well, mediocre.
if you read what Javi typed about it today, he mentioned spice in every third. For me, I only really got a decent amount of spice in the final third, but I thought it took away from the other notes in it that I like about the original. I mean, it's all a matter of taste, you know. It's not a bad cigar.
Yeah. I smoked the original last night during the Infamous show, and it's just a watered down version of the 10th. Like, it was a good cigar, but I like the sharper, bolder version of it 100%.
Which makes sense for your palate.
It's
Yeah.
a more nuanced.
This all makes sense.
I think it's a more nuanced and balanced version. I mean, I don't want to compare it to the 10th. The 10th should be compared to that, right? Are you talking about the Amato 44, right? Not the
44, yeah. Yep.
Okay, yeah. I like that one a little bit more.
I originally opened up yesterday with the Don Carlos the Man. That was a disappointing cigar.
Man, that's a bummer. I'm looking forward to smoking that.
I was really looking forward to it. Roger had sent it to me, and I just had it for, I don't even know, 5 months, 6 months since he sent it to me, and I've been waiting. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to smoke it. Let's do it. And it was a dankness, like a mushroom note that just stayed with it the whole time. It was so off-putting. After I got to the second, third, I had to put it down. I did not like that at all. And usually Don Carlos is like, one of my top cigars, but it's a different variant. And yeah, that one's not for me.
I've got a 2017 original release sitting, and I want to try that.
I had
a better experience.
I had like a good week's worth of smoking last night, just like Johnny. I started with a Habanos Bolivar Royal Corona. Box date, I believe, was 2019. A little bit of time on it. It was very nice. I followed that with a punch regional, Cuban regional, La Isla, also very nice. That was a box date of 2018. Followed that with, oddly enough, and I loved it, was the Opus Pussycat. It was great. I see some people like that. Some people don't like that cigar. I don't know. I really liked it. And then, I went back in a different direction with a Trinidad Vihia. Or was it a Media Luna? One or the other. And that was the best cigar of the whole lot. It was as close to a perfect cigar that I've had in a long time. Really beautiful. So I had a great experience. And great company too. And
that always helps.
Yeah.
That'll make an average cigar taste good. That's for sure.
And I'll tell you that Pussycat with an espresso, just black espresso. Fuck, that was a great little pairing. Really nice.
Yeah, for me this week, I've had some bangers. I mean, I had the Opus Dubai. It was the 2020. Greg was asking, but we were deep in conversation. I had the 2020 Arena de Amor. I haven't had a 2017. I wish I had. I've had the Arena and the Viento, though. Either way, I had that one last night. I had the number 2 cigar, that Alfonso. That was great. And then I had a Cohiba Robusto this morning. So,
yeah.
Must be nice.
Thank you for that, Sal.
Hey, you're welcome, man. That's great. I think we've all smoked cigars that we really like this week.
Hell yeah.
We're lucky, guys, man. We're lucky.
I've had a pretty shit week.
Oh,
Pretty
no.
shit week of cigars.
Yeah, but that's by design. You're right. Kind of.
Oh yeah, no. There's no way if I didn't have a channel, there's no way I'd be smoking what I smoked.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
Pappy Van Winkle,
Oh,
the Family Reserve.
oh, I fucking hate that cigar.
That cigar is disgusting.
I tried
I
it.
love
That
it.
and the Kentucky Fire Cured whatever thing. Ugh.
Yeah,
like the
KFC.
What? Kentucky Fried?
Only
Some
in
Drew
pipe
Estate-
tobacco.
They're both Drew Estate cigars. They one tastes like the other smells and vice versa. They're just gross.
They taste like chicken, like fried chicken.
I
Yeah.
wish
I want
they
No.
did.
to smoke a cigar that
No.
tastes like fried chicken. I've
No,
never
it, tastes,
smoked
it
a
smells
fucking-
like smoked meat or something.
And not a good
it's
meat
gross.
either.
Yeah,
Not a good
it's
meat.
not good.
Guys, thank you. You just gave me a new flavor note.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Fried chicken.
Ugh.
Fried chicken.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What is
And
it?
it's
13
either-
herbs and spices?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep.
Well, you smoked that CAO
the-
too, right, Matt?
That Thunder Smoke. No,
That just looks
no,
That band is.
it was
nasty.
not. And it's a 6.5 by 52 or 54. It's a big fucker too. It's a big
Oh.
cigar.
No thanks.
Yeah, no, that shit sucks. The Hyperion, love that cigar. That's the small batch El Titan cigar. Really freaking good. Extremely Cuban-esque. Very Cuban-esque.
Have you guys seen the Fabrica de Miami? It's El Titan. It comes in a box of 7. They look amazing, and it's through the Drop Club, which is
Huh.
Warp too.
Yeah.
Mr. KG.
Warps.
Yeah, $75. Am I not allowed to say these things? I'm sorry. I don't want to get us in trouble.
No
No,
website
just-
.coms.
Yeah, we just no .coms. Yeah, no
Anyway,
telling people.
I just think the cigars looked cool. They sounded cool. The flavor notes that they, are claiming come from these cigars are, something that I'm interested in. I'm gonna get a box.
Not gonna do it, Adam. Not gonna do it.
Why not? That's $100 cigar.
I'd rather just sit here and light the $100 on live stream. Just light it up. I'm good.
Is
Hey.
Adam suggesting that Rocky Patel should be convicted for making shitty cigars?
Yes.
He's made a few good ones. He's made a few good ones over the years.
I like
Yeah.
the dark.
He's had some
skies and blue rain.
suspects.
Not that bad.
Eh.
He's just got so many cigars that the percentages are bad, but there are some good ones in there.
Yeah, the bell curve is very narrow.
I'm not willing to take that journey.
Yeah. I don't think anyone is. We could do legends. We could do legends.
You could do Pete.
Yeah.
I
You
do have the
bastard.
pair. I do have the pair.
My vote
Here's
is unicorn.
Yeah, I think that's the next one, but we need a 4th before the Bahique.
I actually have one of those OG unicorns. Tony Lorenko sent me one.
I don't.
Nice.
But maybe offline, Peter, Matt, you guys can tell me where to get one, if that's possible. Or I'll have to just smoke a new one.
You can find that.
I think they're available.
Yeah, you can find them.
Yeah,
All right,
Ronnie
well,
has one.
when we we'll get together on the thing.
I've smoked it too.
Yeah.
I've had that before, and if it's the same smoking experience I had when I enjoyed it the first time, it's way better than these 2 cigars. That's for sure.
Would you guys say that this is ramped up in intensity to like a medium to medium plus?
I'll say
would
medium
Definitely
plus.
getting bolder
Medium
for
plus.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Medium plus.
I mean,
And
I'm
what-
getting to the end of the second, third.
Mm.
So, I mean, the mustiness has gone up on it. The oak has gone down just a little bit. There's like a toasty quality to it. That herbal spice is still present on the retro. And it's like kind of like a creamy smoke texture through the nose. And there's a little bit of that citrus you guys were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the finish, when I blow it out of my mouth, there's like a dry, slightly tannic nuttiness. It's not a specific nut, but it has that like drying effect with a little bit of leather. And then for some reason on the long finish, I'm getting like a salty pretzel-like note with a little bit of faint chocolate, but it's not a lot.
Yeah. See, mine
Sounds
is
like a
a
fake
little
Cuban.
bit more. It is like a
Dry nut.
I'm getting a little bit more creaminess on that, and
Yeah.
instead of the
Mm.
pretzel, sourdough, I'm getting a little bit more of the brioche. But
Sure.
it's kind of in the same lane there. But a lot of this, what I love about this cigar is a lot of things happen when you're not smoking it.
Between puffs. Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
cool, man. Yeah.
Did we touch on this? The $150 Monte Cristo General
Is that a
Cigar
fucking
or
AJ?
Altadis. I'm not sure where it's made, but I wouldn't be surprised. And that's insane to think that there's a $150 cigar coming out of AJ's factory. That's nuts if that's the case.
I don't want to smoke that. Please don't make me smoke that. Let's just do a Padron Fuente, please.
With Peter and not wanting to smoke this, I don't know about that Fuente Padron thing. I'm not so into that, but definitely not the Monte Cristo fake thing. I can't do that.
Yeah, it is an AJ.
You know what? I'll
Or
find
wait.
you some fucking $100 Monte Cristo to smoke a real one if you want.
You'll smoke it, yeah, a Monte Cristo A, legit.
Is there a $100 Gurkha?
I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
there is. I don't
Oh
wanna
yeah,
do that.
no, there's like a $1,000 Gurkha or more.
Well, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot,
It's like $1 million Gurkha or something stupid, right?
Whelan, you got
Yeah.
a box of those, right?
yeah. I'm gonna hand them all out.
Yeah.
Touches grass with those. Yeah.
What are those
Yeah.
those black dragons in the glass tubos? What were they running for Gurkha?
Too much.
Yeah, I don't know.
After that Gurkha unbanded, I'm gurked out for a while.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'll say the X Shop Humidor has a box full of those.
Yeah.
There's
Does
almost
anybody
a.
know-
I haven't. I was
Go
just gonna
ahead.
say I haven't puffed on this thing in like 2 minutes, and there's like a dried fruit like raisiny thing going on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's all.
I've gotten that note through the retrohale the entire cigar. Like, this is a
Nice.
good cigar, but for me, it's the same. It's extremely consistent in nuance. It
Yeah.
lacks so much complexity. Like, I was hoping for something unique. It's a good cigar, don't get me wrong. But the retrohale just kind of reminds me of that Byron 21st, like just super sweet.
I think it's
And
really
I think
good.
like at this price point, I'd rather just buy 3 selected tobacco cigars. I'd buy an Atabey, Byron 21st, and an Alfonso Extra and Yeho.
But-
There's my
That is the
120
correct
bucks.
answer. That's the
Yeah,
correct
well, I mean,
answer.
those are fucking awesome. But I like to think about it this way. What I like about how this cigar is transitioned, like some things remain the same, but there is very subtle transitions, man, that are fucking cool. Like they don't hit you in the face. They just kind of, morph. I don't know if that's the right word, but they kind of slowly unfold and
Well,
not
and see, you and Johnny are talking about two different experiences. It could be the cigar, it could be you guys' palate, but like Johnny's saying, it doesn't morph, saying it's very consistent,
Yeah.
and you're having a different experience where it's developing, changing, third to third, nuance.
Mhm.
right
But
now,
it's still consistently good. At no point do
Yeah.
I dislike this
Yeah.
cigar.
Yeah.
honestly,
Did you all say you think the spice
this
has
is
gone
my
up a little
favorite part of the cigar right now.
The spice has ramped up. I'm probably the furthest along at this point. I'm in the final third. Yeah, me and Peter pretty much there.
bit? Yeah, I'm.
I got like
almost
a
done
good
with
6
the
inches
third.
left.
To me, the first third had the most spice, and it mellowed out. And it stayed kind of mellow for me in this.
It's hard to hear you, Javi.
Oh, sorry. I said in the first third, it was a little spicier to me. And so far in the second third, it's been a lot more mellow and blended in pretty well with everything else. I'm not getting like tons of spice for me personally. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm very unimpressed with this cigar. I'm getting a lot of leather, a lot of oak. There's like hints of everything that people are saying, but they're so faint. Like it's not really doing it for me.
And I got the most.
It's not
leather
bad.
first.
No, I like this cigar.
It's not a
Like,
bad cigar.
give
It should
me-
change a little
I
bit.
wanted more.
Give me
Yeah.
a Colorado Claro. Give me a Colorado Claro. I'd rather have that over this thing.
Well,
The Grand Cru.
what I would say is that this
Grand
isn't
Cru.
necessarily the cigar to smoke on a live stream while you're talking about different things, and your focus is being shifted from what you're actually experiencing to what you have to do, or
good point.
in other ways. I think it's a great cigar that's very, I don't disagree with you, Peter. Leather and oak have been like the favorite children of this
Yeah.
cigar.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's a lot of other things going on that are pretty fucking subtle and cool. And I mean, I'll tell you, my palate, my mouth or whatever is full of fucking saliva. It's like making me salivate.
Yeah. Golden Bowl, is that on the
That's
docket potentially?
It's a $60 cigar. People are charging $200 for it, but
Should
that
be
it's
a
not a
T1?
$18 cigar.
it's not a good bowl. It's the worst bowl out of the three that I've had. I think the Toro's
Yeah.
better, and the original I think is the best.
How much is
To
the
your
Jack
point-
Schwartz?
You can't get them.
At the
I
time,
got-
it was $20. At the time when they came out, it was $200 a box.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Briefly back to your point, Sal, with about smoking shit on live streams. That's why, like, on Unbanded and on this live stream, occasionally I'll just be, like, looking at my ceiling and writing shit down. Because if I don't, while I'm distracted with the live stream, I won't be picking up on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're-
it's not, and I'm really interested in this wrapper. I don't know anything about it. It's a Dominican wrapper. It's called the Dominican Aromatica. So it's pretty fucking cool. Dominican wrapper. It doesn't taste like, when I hear Aromatica, I think of, it's aromatics. When I think of aromatics, I think of, pipe tobacco. It's nothing at all like that, but
Mm.
I don't know anything about this wrapper, but I'd like to look into it, because I know that they've spent decades developing Dominican wrappers, Davidoff, for Yamasa and things like that,
Yeah.
or it's grown in the Yamasa
Region.
region of San Vicente or whatever. But
Johnny?
Yeah. What says you, Johnny?
Short answer, or can I answer the long answer in a minute or less?
Give us some
Let her
time to gather this cigar. You talk.
Okay, so he's referring to the H. Upmann half Corona, I believe, right? Yes,
Mhm.
it is. Okay. I am only a year and a half into smoking cigars, so my palate is nowhere near as evolved as pretty much anyone on here, especially Sal. I don't smoke a lot of Cubans. H. Upmann is better than the La Camina, in my opinion. In fact, that H. Upmann that I smoked was the best Cuban cigar I've smoked to date, but I have not smoked a plethora of Cubans. But the reason why I think it's the best Cuban cigar I've ever smoked is because, for me, I think it is the perfect representation of a Cuban cigar. It has that perfect, distinct Cuban spice that you only get with Cubans. You'll notice it in most all Cubans, but it's like perfectly
Condensed.
balanced in that cigar. It was
Okay.
amazing.
you got a great expression of Cuban tobacco. I fucking love Cuban tobacco, guys.
Yeah.
It's fucking from, the cigar gods.
I mean, the two are not even comparable. You know what I mean? Other than the fact that they're tobacco. But I mean, that.
But
that
if you
La
had to
Camina
pick
can't-
one, Johnny, if you had to pick one,
He said the
Upmann.
Upmann.
Yeah. Said it. Upmann.
I stopped listening. You were rambling. Sorry. All right.
Well, I said a minute. Time's up. There you go.
You're rambling.
He said Comina.
But I
think
will
that's what
say
got
the
out of that.
downside to those cigars with having a lengthy conversation with AZ is that depending on when that cigar was made, you might need to sit on that thing for 5 fucking years.
Or longer.
Yeah.
So-
Well, you know what's weird, man, is that like a lot of the guys have been really enjoying the Romeo Wide Churchills, and I've sent a few around or whatever. We've smoked them at the lounge. That's box date of 23, right? The Robanya Unicos that you love, Matt, and I love, that's a box date of 23. So something has changed in that world. I don't know why they're smoking so good that young.
Fresh.
You
Yeah.
got a great point, Johnny, and AC is correct, and I agree with that. I normally won't touch a cigar under 4 to 5 years that's Cuban, but I'm finding a difference now. I'm finding younger cigars are smoking better. It's a higher quality. I don't know if it has to do with the inclusion of China being part of Habanos and, giving them more money to, produce higher quality. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that I have smoked boxes from 2023, 2022, mostly 2023, that are smoking they're bangers, man. And if you're going to age those and they're going to get even better, fuck. Look out.
See, I think
There's a
though
mic.
too, like so some of the things they were saying was like with China buying up these Cuban cigars and increasing that demand, that it's the other way around, that they're just pumping these things out and it's your duty to age them because they don't have the means or the facility to let these cigars sit, rest, acclimate, age, and do all that shit. Like it's now our job because they just got to pump them out and get them out. They cannot keep up with the demand for their cigars.
Yeah. But they also have a hand in Habanos. Like they have a stake, a financial stake.
50%, I think.
And so what I'm trying to say is that maybe with their money, they were able to help procure,
I see.
better workers,
Better rollers,
better,
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
better facilities.
curing, the fermentation
Yeah.
process, whatever, sometimes
That's a good point.
if you throw money at quality, it
It works.
So maybe I don't know. It's just a guess. I really don't know.
It's weird to think
Further
China
down the-
and quality go together, but maybe in that instance.
See here, I
Further-
see a comment from AZ. 2023 and 2024 crop is out of sick period quicker. It has amazing aging potential. So there you go. Like, he is a hardcore student and knows. And
He knows.
yeah.
Can we give a quick shout out to James?
Yeah.
Burnin Benji,
Hey,
Sick, dude.
Let me full screen you. Let me full
Representing.
screen you.
representing Cigars Unbanded
Nice.
with Saka, the man
That-
himself.
That's sick.
Hell yeah.
That's sick, dude.
pointing to the logo.
Yeah.
Cigars Unbanded. Yeah.
Or James's belly. One or the other.
Yeah.
Somebody's winning the next wheel.
Hard to tell with that angle.
I'm just gonna send him stuff.
New sponsor.
Is it- Is this the one that we smoked on Michael's episode, Pete?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
That was very good. It's a very good cigar.
Very good.
Edición de Aniversario,
Yes.
fucking banger. I love that cigar.
Very
Love
good.
that.
Very good.
Yeah. Wow. Salted milk chocolate caramel. Lightly
bad.
roasted almond. Little coffee.
What's the code? What's the code 26, Skinny? What is that? I've never heard of the code 26.
I think it's a shop exclusive.
Okay, that would make sense because I haven't heard of
Not
it.
sure.
Probably something to backing us to Greenwich. Skinny's he's got a lot of connections over there.
You're a brave man for even giving that one a try, Adam. A Cuba Candela.
Candy. But you don't know if you don't try, right? So you did a good job there.
I don't mind not trying that cigar. What up, Guess?
What's up, Nick?
Okay. Is this Terrence's sub account?
Yep.
First cigar that you like so much that you bought a box of.
Mine's easy. Oliva Melanio. The Maduros, the little Robustos, yep.
Peter's going to hate
so
this,
long.
but it was the Judge in Toro Fino.
You've come a long way, Mike. You've come a long way.
Mine's the
Still likes that
worst
cigar.
one of all. The first cigar I loved that I bought a box of. Oh, God. I don't even want to admit this.
Sweet Jane's.
Leather Rose.
Leather Rose.
You know what? God bless
Leather
Leather
Rose.
Rose, man. So I would never smoke that in a million years. However, it got you interested in smoking cigars.
Yes.
And you're a pretty fucking serious dude right now, Johnny.
Here you are
Right?
today.
He is.
And there you are. So that brought you.
Thank you.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend that to anyone,
No.
but it's just there, and people do gravitate towards that because it's whatever flavored or.
I love how Sal prefaced it with I would never smoke that nasty shit, but I'm glad you liked it.
What I could recognize,
glad-
though, Johnny's my friend, man, and Johnny is serious about. He's an enthusiast, man, and he's becoming. He's becoming a connoisseur, right?
All the
desert
flavored
rose or whatever it is, the fucking fallopian
leather
channel
rose. Yeah,
took him there. Well, so be it. I'm happy. He's happy.
all the flavored stuff, they're gateway cigars, and that's fine by me. They're cigars to where people they get the room note when they're around somebody that's smoking it. They're like, oh, what's that? That's interesting. That's different. That's sweet, and it gets them to try a cigar for the first time. So that's all. I would like you, Sal. At this point, I would never elect to smoke one for myself, but I respect them for the purpose that they serve, getting people into the hobby to become more serious smokers.
Yeah.
And I would say the first real cigar, but the first real cigar that really got me was the Plasencia, Almaforte, and Solomon. I swear to God, I had an emotional experience with the first time I smoked that cigar. Immediately bought a box.
That's beautiful.
So
You should just say that going forward. You shouldn't admit to
being
other
honest.
stuff.
It was the Leather Rose, and then after the Leather Rose, it was the Java Mint. So lame on.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I think that's I got no problem with that. That's cool, man. Mine was a Davidoff Don Perignon. It was a Cuban Davidoff.
Don Perignon.
When because when I really started getting into it, they had just stopped production of their Cuban cigars. It was, I believe, in 1990 or something. That's when I was really starting to get into it a bit more. That was the first box. For me. But the box that turned the tides and really dove me in deeper was it was 2 years later, in 1992, was the Oil de Monterrey Double Corona, which we're gonna. I want to talk to Aaron about when we do the little interview in a couple of weeks with him. I'm so excited about that, man, because we're going to be interviewing a guy who, that's where I found that cigar from 30 some odd years ago.
That's
that
fine.
guy. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's like
And
a-
these are fighting words to Peter from AZ here.
Possible. I'd rather smoke. Hey, I'd rather smoke Warped right now too, though. To be honest, I mean that.
yeah, I agree with that. I think, but I've never smoked a Legend, so I guess I can't really judge it.
I'll never smoke that. $175 a stick, right? Something like 168, 100 some shit like that. Nah,
Lunacy.
nope. Yeah.
Man, Whelan's already done.
Yep.
Well, what was your experience, Whelen? What was your experience, man?
It's B tier.
B tier?
It was. I would call it or clear over it as well.
Yeah.
I lit up a different cigar too.
I've got another 8 inches to go, guys.
Oh, look at that.
Almost done.
A yard
There
guard.
you go. Yard
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah,
I didn't even really get through the final third. It's just leather, salt, a little bit of bitterness, oaky. Wasn't for me.
What's your second cigar, Peter?
This is a 2019 Wonderlust from Romacraft.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, the aged one. Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Weasel.
Yeah, I would take this cigar over that Royal.
A Roger Craft. You take over a damn.
Yeah.
But okay, given your experience tonight, did it beat out the Ometepe, the other $100 cigar we've done so far?
I mean, that cigar was so
Really?
bad. Literally, I'd rather not smoke that night and just say I had a better night smoking. Like, that's how bad that Ometepe was.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Exactly.
It's a hell of a discount, though.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It shows what kind of markup there is on these things.
Fuck.
Yeah.
50%?
We're idiots.
100%.
We're idiots.
I got mine for $79.
Smartest man on the
Oh,
panel.
that's right.
No,
And
I
the
missed out on
HMR.
that deal, but they had
That kind
another.
of
They had another
clovey,
coupon
camphor
code.
clove note is really starting to heat up right now. Just on the lips, though.
Yeah, if I had to Peter rank that cigar, it started off as like a B tier, and then it just progressively got worse for me. So I'd probably just give it a C and call it a day.
To be
This
nice.
final third is kind of getting down for me. I want to say B like Whelen, but it might be a strong C plus.
Hey, DC, did you see this, DC? Huh? Did you see this?
Look at that. Look at that.
Gotcha, buddy.
Repping. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with it. I'll take a couple more puffs, but I'd give it a satisfying or a B tier in that realm for my palate. It's like, Whelen said, I said it before, give me a Colorado Claro over this cigar, which is like, a quarter of the cost. If that.
Yeah, I mean, 2 Grand Crus or that, I'm taking 2 Grand Crus every time.
The Diadema's
Mhm.
money. Great cigar.
Yeah. It's my second favorite Davidoff to date.
Well,
So,
know
am I the
everybody
only one
hates
that
this.
actually enjoyed this cigar then?
I'm enjoying it.
Okay,
I-
good.
I really like it.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I think you three are enjoying it the most. Whelen and I are kind of in the middle. Javi, what's been your experience so far? You said B.
The final third is kind of dipping for me, and just the way it is overall. It was a strong D. Maybe it's C plus, B minus kind of range.
Okay.
I enjoy the cigar. It's not as good at the end for me.
Yeah.
I'm having like
What-
the
what about-
opposite. Like the final third is the best for me. It's weird. I don't know.
What about
I
you,
don't know
Felipe?
that it's.
Yeah, I'd give it a B tier too. Like it's great, but for the price, I can't justify it. But there's that
Yeah.
funky aged tobacco note that I love. It's there, but I've had it in cigars that are half the price, so I can't. That's why I give
Yeah.
it a B.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say, Mike?
I mean, I would say, so I've had the Solomon, and I know everybody says that this one's better, but I think they're wrong. I think they just like that it's cheaper. The Solomon's got a little bit more complexity to it, and I like it better. But like in this final third, the spice definitely went way up on the draw. There's still a prominent leather note, but then there's a little bit of that raisinness in the draw itself. The retro, there's the first time I'm actually really experiencing like pepper. And there's a little bit of coffee in that raisin note, but then again with more leather. And like if I blow the whole retro out of my nose and just kind of taste what's in my mouth, I'm getting a little bit of the salt and a little bit of that caramel note lingering on the palate. And then on the finish, I'm getting that pretzel note I was getting before, like the most I ever have. Like if you just took a hard pretzel and licked the outside of it, maybe not the full salt side, but then there's that tannic note that I had from before. And then on the long finish, there's like salted, a little bit of cocoa with a little bit of the raisiny note. Like I think it's a really good cigar. Am I going to go buy another one for $120? No. But anybody smoking, this goes for, I think, you know, these $100 New Worlds worth smoking. Cuban Cohibas, I think a large portion of why people purchase those cigars is the status. If you took a band off of like a Cuban Cohiba and we smoked it on Unbanded or this, they'd be B's or A's. None of them are really winning S tiers. It's a status thing, these super expensive, super exclusive cigars.
Well, I disagree with that completely.
Sure.
You know, because you're talking about Cohiba, and what Cohiba are you talking about? Are you talking about a Bihique? Are you talking about...
I'm talking about like the Robusto I smoked this morning.
Right.
I say in the end of my video, if we smoked it unbanded, on Cigars Unbanded, I think it would get an A, maybe B, dependent on which particular one we had, how much age it had on it. But I don't think it would rank an S tier.
Yeah.
Based on the pallets I know that are on the panel and my personal experience with it this morning.
That cigar is less than this cigar. Costs less.
I know it is. It's far less.
Right. And when you look at a line like Cohiba, really their prominent cigars outside of the Bihiques are the Reservas, the Grand Reservas. Those cigars are, I mean, S plus tier.
Sure.
Or can be, you know, given when you smoke them and all that other jazz. But yeah. I like this cigar, and what I like about it is that it's, to me, again, the subtle progression, the layers of flavors that are very subtle and very nuanced, that kind of, you know, move in and out and shift and change and morph, but in the slightest ways. I appreciate even though there is, like, you know, a prominent leather note here and a prominent oak, like I said, the favorite children.
The base. Yeah.
There's all these other little things going on, and they're kind of, I mean, some people might say they're muted or whatever. To me, they're nuanced and delicate, and I think the cigar needs to be smoked alone and focused on to kind of pick off. Like I was trying to do that because I was recognizing all of these kind of slight transitions, and I think I like the complexity and the balance of it, but it's not in your face. It's, you know, kind of makes you work for it. So that's what I liked about the cigar. It's a little tricky, but I wouldn't say that this is an unparalleled or a A tier. I would say I would give it like an A minus, B plus. Something in that area.
Well,
That's genuine.
That's a good variety of smoking experience. So like you got Johnny with about a year and a half. I'm coming on third year, and I don't really like. I'm one of those guys that's the flavor wheel and what am I smoking? What am I tasting? That'll come in time for me, I think. But I mean, I enjoyed it. And Sal, you're really getting those nuances. You're really, even though you're not 100% concentrating on the surface we're talking, you're still able to pick up. I know Matt has that kind of a palate. I know Peter does too. But for me, with my less experience, it is what it was. Cigar, I wouldn't ever spend this much money for it again. But I enjoyed smoking it with all of you. So hey, there's
At
that.
the end of the day, it doesn't matter who could pick out, whatever flavors you want to, because it's really based on your fucking recall and your memory. That's, you either like the thing or you don't like it. That's what's important. Well, you say you like the cigar, you liked it. That's, at the end of the day, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Are you guys
hearing it.
are you guys familiar with this cigar?
Is that the Ohio Buckeye, whatever, Crown Heads?
No,
That's
I think it's a Hawaii one.
the what's that called? Paniola.
Yeah, I think Sal sent it to me too. I think. Do you recall, Sal, if you sent one of these?
No, I don't think I sent you the Crown Heads, Tennessee Waltz, and or the Yellow Rose of Texas.
Okay.
The
I
yellow
forget who
or
sent.
orange foot band.
I forget who sent me this. It could have been. No, I don't think it was Roger. I forget. But this would be my second cigar of the evening. We'll see. Ocean Breeze. Very good cigar. Pete loves that one. Sal
Yeah,
loves
buddy.
that one.
Yeah,
That's a really good
It's a good
cigar.
Very good.
yeah. That's
Javi saying it's blasphemous.
Can I do my final thoughts on this thing?
yeah.
Yeah, go
please.
for it, man. Do it to it.
I think it's an A tier because I enjoy every draw on this cigar. Final third, whether it's you guys kind of fucking with my head, I'm starting to taste other shit. Final third definitely changed. It's kind of got like this caramel sourdough saltiness. I like it. But in the back of my mind, and I know we're not supposed to do this, I know the price of this cigar, and all these nuances are great, but they're not unique. I've had them in, like Felipe said, I've had them in other cigars. I can get them in other cigars. At this price point, I'd rather just buy my 3 favorite selected tobacco cigars. And that would give me a better experience.
Yeah, different
Preach.
flavors that are a little more full. Yeah.
But I still think it's an exceptional good. It's a good cigar. It's very good.
Yeah.
Will I buy it again? No. Am I going to smoke the Solomon? Yes.
Yeah.
So
Go, Johnny, go.
Maybe that's cigar 4. We just smoked the Solomon of the version of it.
I think my shop still has them.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we do the Bahique last, and that thing just smashes every cigar we've smoked on this little 5-episode series.
I'm hoping
I
we
hope
can
so.
acquire it. That's going to be the hardest part.
They can be acquired.
No? Okay.
That's not a problem.
It'd be nice if we can acquire it from like the same box, so they're all the same year, maturality, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really good. Crown Heads. What the fuck? What happened this year, guys? I don't know when this came out, but this cigar is very good.
It's a
Huber,
23.
I don't know if you're watching. Yeah, it's not 24. It's for damn sure.
He's not watching.
Yeah, he's not watching.
Peter, should I smoke that Belugan belly button?
It's an okay cigar. I mean, it's got bolder flavors than what you just smoked. You'll definitely get what it's intent is supposed to be in the blend. I thought it was okay. It's like a more amped up, refined version of the Juarez for me. So if you enjoy the Juarez, I think you'll like that cigar.
I don't know if I want, but
Who?
I don't know.
What game?
I think we're only going like 2 hours, right, Matt? So we got like 30 minutes.
I'll go on for as long as this goes. And guys can pop off whenever it's, it's
Gotcha.
base streaming from mine. So
Gotcha.
Whatchamacallit? Although I did smoke quite a few cigars yesterday, I came into this cigar today with a fresh palate. I didn't, I wanted to like come into it without having it being, kind of fucked up by anything else.
Okay, finally got down to AZ's comment. I'm like fucking a half hour behind. So sorry, everybody. I'll try and
come on, dude. Get
reach.
it together. Don't do the hashtag. Don't do the hashtag.
Oh yeah, no, I'll leave that up for a bit. Sorry.
Keep your hands where I can see them, Whelen. No, Mike. Come on.
Yeah.
Can we figure out a thing so we all do the same thing?
Yeah, I think Terrence said it was towards you, away from you, jazz hands.
Jazz hands. There it is. Towards you, away from you.
Don't, Matt. Don't encourage this.
It's done.
Don't encourage.
There it is. Thank you, Mike.
Descending jazz hands. Keith, I believe, coined that phrase. And
yes, he did.
In terms of hand gestures, I would say that is an elite hand gesture. It is in rarefied air as far as hand gestures.
Better than this.
Hey,
Way better than this.
We've already seen that tonight.
Yes. Yeah, pending people getting their packs next month, I think we're gonna have an episode with Keith and Sal on of Unbanded. So hopefully we can make that happen soon. That'll be a great episode.
That'll be tight.
Yeah.
So that's a 26. Davidoff. Great cigar, especially for the price.
Never been.
Well, what you lighting up there, Carpy?
So I knew that the Royal Release was kind of a bolder cigar, and I got this in my Tip Top Cigar of the Month like last month. So it's the El Pupo Fry.
Ooh.
It's supposed to be a strong boy. So
That's gonna get your sinuses up and running again.
well, so supposedly the thing with this is the wrapper leaf undergoes a different fermentation process, and it results in it being spicier. So I would guess they just under fermented it, and so.
And El Pulpo with even more. That's designed to have even more spice. Great.
Yeah, you would hate it, Matt. You would hate it. I really did enjoy that, like Toro Gordo or whatever that I did a review on. That was very good. It was very spice forward at the beginning, but then it chilled out, and it was a great cigar. And I was shocked because I know it's an AJ, so most of the time they're a bit rough.
It can be.
I don't know if anybody smoked this cigar down as far as I'm at right now, but there is a fucking campfire note that just appeared.
Yeah, I smoked it down pretty far. I started getting charred wood, so that could be disseminated as being a campfire-esque note.
To me, it's not. It's not like a charred wood. Well, not like a charcoal kind of thing. I don't know.
I guess I see it, Sal.
Smoky.
You're smoking 2 cigars, Roger. What are you doing? You become the villain if you live long enough. Isn't that what they say? See? Look at this guy.
You gotta hit him at the same time.
Oh, if you mix them in your mouth, it's an experience.
Bet that's not the first time you mix them in your mouth, you dirty boy.
Fat bottom Betty's, yeah.
Deadwood.
I mean, it's aromatic pipe tobacco in that thing. It's the Stillwell Stars are like a halfway in between straight up premium cigars and Deadwoods. There's
My wife enjoyed it.
definitely, yeah.
Not a cigar smoker. I took her to the lounge and she smoked the new Halloween Deadwood and she liked it. But then she grabbed my Byron that I was smoking and she's like, I like this more. So I was like, oh shit. Okay. We're going home, honey. We're going home.
See her thumbing through your shit.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't as spicy right off the bat as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be sneezing and stuff.
Give it time.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
It's just going to get rocked by it like a third into it.
Hey, happy birthday, guy.
Yeah, happy birthday, dude.
Okay.
ESG. I love that cigar.
It's all right. I don't think anyone's doing an Oro Blanco.
We'll just skip the car payment that month. Sure
No
they
food
won't
tonight,
mind.
kids.
Yeah, sorry. You guys like mac and cheese, right? Because that's all we got.
All right.
I showed your picture, James. The one where you were hugging Sokka and he was pointing at your nice sweatshirt. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
Very nice sweatshirt.
Unbandies.
Nice.
That's cool. That's nice, Nick.
The undies.
The undie.
I love that one.
Oh, this is the new yeah, it's a new room 101.
What is it?
Yeah. I'm a little scarred from the last one I bought, that lacquered box, the Rumas.
Aromas. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was not a good buy.
B tier.
Shit, we gotta get
I'm right
Eric
there
on the
with you at
next
the B
one.
tier.
Eric,
Yeah,
We gotta get
dude.
Eric on the next one.
I got
Smokes all the
that. Salted,
bombies.
I got that salted caramel, but I got it with more of a milk chocolate and a dried fruit that at times seemed like it was more like the skin of the raisin than the actual meat of the raisin.
Sure.
And then I was like, well, is it a raisin or is it just, some kind of
Well-
nondescript dried fruit?
That kind of makes sense where with what I was getting, Sal, where I said, there's a raisiny note on the long finish, but I also had a little bit of a tannic note to it. And if you just eat raisin skins, I mean, it's there's a tannic quality to it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what else is interesting? And I know this sounds fucking nuts and we're getting like too deep in the woods here. And I'm literally going to go to the woods because I just sort of tuned out what was happening a little bit. Then I, kind of went somewhere with the cigar. And I don't know if you've ever been to you're walking in a forest, and there's a dampness in that forest. And there's this, you can kind of smell the tree, like a scent coming from the tree, not from the leaves, but from the actual bark. That's called a camphor. It's like a camphor. And I'm really getting a lot of that here. Well, not a lot, but and it's like in my mind, I'm thinking I'm in a fucking forest. Smelling the wood from the trees in a damp forest. It's kind of cool, to be honest.
I think it was the Ashton Maduro we smoked on Unbanded. It was like a wet, damp firewood that I got that smell from, where it's a mustiness, mossiness kind of thing. So I can kind of see where you're going with that.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that cigar, and I love the Ashton Age Maduro.
Just not
Just
that size.
That size, that night, that particular cigar, just was not for me.
Like if you take the smoke in your mouth and you blow it out your lips, if your lips are pursed, You blow it out kind of with a medium amount of gust or whatever you want to call that. You can literally pick that up on your lips and on the tip of your tongue. It's pretty cool. Just sort of like this.
Yeah, if you're smoking bolder cigars, I know this is addressed to Sal, but if you're smoking a lot of bolder cigars, you're not going to pick up on more subtle cigars. Like if you're purely a Nicaraguan broadleaf, you've seen it with Peter, as he primarily smoked like Dunbartons and shit like that. It's not a bad thing. We're talking about your growth. He smoked a lot of bold shit, and he'd smoke the milder stuff and be like, "Meh, not for me."
What's this cherry blanche? Take it easy.
and as he's been forced by AZ to smoke more nuanced, like Cubans, for example, he's
guy
liking other stuff a little bit more. I never would have thought last year that Peter would have smoked that La Comina 10th and been as in love with it as he is.
Well, that was kind of his gateway there. His what I get, or my understanding of Cuban tobacco, to me, it's a little bit more elegant and refined. The flavors are cleaner, and when it's really good, they're full and easy to identify and very pleasing, but they're cleaner.
We got to work on that impression, Matt. We got to work on that impression of me.
Hey, you're still laughing. You're still laughing. You liked it.
I thought it was spot on.
All right, take it. Relax. Relax.
Oh, sure. Dial it down now.
Calm down.
And to kind of pick up on what the guest is talking about here and what Mike just said, when you're smoking the bolder cigars, the Mexican San Andreas, the broadleafs, which I like, but a lot of the terroir from Nicaragua, especially, and even Dominican Republic, is much different, and that boldness and that earthiness, especially, and the heavy amounts of pepper and more whatever, to me, it disguises the actual flavors of the tobacco, of the cigar. It just sort of strangles it,
unless it's blended in a way to where it all balances out at a higher at a higher capacity, like full bodied everything. The 56 prime example. That cigar is fucking delicious, but everything's like, it's a full bodied cigar. Everything's like just notch up.
But my my thought on that is I agree with what you're saying, but Cuban tobacco and Cuban cigars, you don't get a lot of earthiness, right?
No.
Therefore, you're allowed to taste the flavors of the cigars easier. That's something that helps to make it cleaner, is the lack of the minerality and the earthiness and all that. I don't know. Whatever.
It all changed with Pete when he had that Cohiba Siglo 1. That's when he started seeing the light with Habanos.
Right. Yeah. There's no earthiness within 50 miles of that cigar.
That was a very good cigar. Almost as good as the next comment, Matt, if you see that one.
Jesus. No more.
Even when he's on the panel, he's fucking getting it in.
I'll just skip to this one since he paid for it. Hey, Greg, you working with LCA?
They got to put up. Brian's got to put up if he wants unbanded.
5, 6, 7, 8. What's $4.99 divided by 8? What's our take on this, guys?
What's our cut?
Yeah.
What's
YouTube
cut?
takes half.
50 cents.
Gonna get like a quarter. We'll get a quarter.
Something, yeah.
That's true. That's one of the questions we always get on live streams. It's like, well, is there a cheaper variant that you would recommend to a certain cigar? It's like, we try to do it, but if there's a cigar you really like, that's the cigar. It's,
You're always going to be sacrificing something when you find like a generic version.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know that I've ever had a well-aged Cohiba Lancero or Bahique. I don't even know how old the Bahiques I had were.
I had the Lancero.
You know what? I should have put one in your thing, Mike.
No, you shouldn't have.
You should have had
You're petering me here.
By the way,
Yeah.
I remember watching that thing, and you were you had the La Polina Lancero, and it's like I don't know anything about that. That is a Logito number 1.
Okay. So they went with the
7.5
Cuban
by
naming on
38
that.
ring gauge. Yeah, it's a nice cigar.
Yeah, I'm
Typically
looking forward
rolled
to
by a
this.
level 9 Cuban roller at the El Titan de Bronze factory.
Nice. There's a lot
I
of
agree
solid
with
cigars on that.
what Guy. I always, anytime I get a fruit note, it's either like raisin or dates.
Oh, hold on.
I get raisin or plum or like a tropical.
I get cherry.
fruit. Or cherry.
Yeah, depending on the cigar, cherry
More
is pretty prominent.
citrus as well.
Yeah, like the Aladino, the new Reserva. I think it's a cherry bomb.
Cherry
like-
bomb, baby.
Like he's saying here, and like Sal said to what Javi was saying about picking up notes, it's all what you're familiar with. That dude eats a lot of dates. You know?
This is a true comment, by the way. This is a true comment.
Oh, this is a
I
true
didn't
follow-up.
know.
The true follow-up.
Oh, shit. We'll have her on the next live show.
She just comes in. She's like, it's perfect. The big ones hurt.
We'll have a wives' night. And that'll be great. We'll just get all 4 wives to come on and just fucking belittle us for 2 hours.
It's gonna be hard to get them to do it.
Oh my god, I would.
We're really
watch
gonna
that
have to
for
sell
sure.
the fact that they can talk shit during it. You know?
Yeah, we'll just be on mute the whole time.
It's gonna do that for those night.
You know what? I think if you do invite me to that, which you would have absolutely no reason to, but if you happen to, I'll either find a very different way to express that or just decline the invitation altogether. I had enough. My day.
Oh, look at that! Well, I saw you. I don't know what Eric's
Ciabatta.
referring to.
Ciabatta.
Oh, look at, hey, that could be. It can happen. It can happen.
We're booked up for a couple months, Greg. I don't think we need anything else, man.
Yeah, Greg, am I going to get my pack? How do I?
The 25th. On the 25th, if you're signed up for notifications, you should get an email.
Yeah, okay. And is that the December pack?
November.
November.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to have a pack for 2 months, basically.
Oh, it'll stay recurring. We're going into the next year. I believe Greg's already acquiring cigars for January and further months.
He's adding 5 openings. I think he just said
5 new openings, yeah, on the 25th.
64 Padron, probably my favorite out of what they come out with personally.
Have you had the black, the 97?
Maduro.
I don't know if I had the 97.
The Maduro.
Yeah, Maduro.
I always preferred Maduro when it comes to Padron. I've had a black, but it was like a Robusto extra size.
It's probably the CRA pack.
Yes, it was out of the CRA. It was money. It was phenomenal.
The
You know,
97.
if you bought a Padron 1000 series and put it away for a couple of years, you're basically smoking a 1964.
They're bomb.
I would agree. very close to it.
Those wrappers
some
are
reason,
so ugly.
For some reason, I'm a little bit more of a fan of the 26th. I think it's got a little bit more flavor notes. The 64 is a really good expression of what Padron does, and the notes just kind of hit you. Whereas I think the 26 has a little bit more variety in the flavors. They're both very good.
It's more complex, I think.
Yeah.
But, you know, that chocolate off the 64 is great. And the 50th, I love the chocolate that comes off of that. That expression is just really just delicious.
I think that's why I like the 97, because the blacks are, it's a different Padron. Like they are chocolate bombs. They don't have the meatiness of like a regular Padron. It's more, I don't know, it's more of like a dessert cigar for me.
And it's not a fucking box press either. And I think that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Plus it's bunch tighter as well.
Yeah.
One, you said you prefer the 97 over the 50th, Peter, because the 50th's got a little bit too much pepper for your liking, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'd rather have the 80th over the 50th too.
Okay.
Sal's sure hoping that it's Ohtani versus the Yanks, if that ends up being the case.
Absolutely, 100%. I think that would be great for baseball.
Yep.
And great for me. If they win. We'll see tomorrow.
Hell yeah, Nick. That shit's good.
I wonder what their next release is going to be. I mean, they seem to be going with the round boys. I mean, the 95, 96, and 97 were all round, weren't they?
It's a double figurado.
They've announced it?
Yeah, well, at PCA, they showcased this new anniversary. I don't know what year or whatever, but it's a beautiful cigar.
You're talking about the 60th. You're talking about the 60th. Mike was saying what's going to be the next black.
Oh.
Or
Sorry.
the next yearly one, because the 95 and the 96 weren't blacks. The 97 was, but all three, the 95, 96, and 97 were round. So I wonder, is the next one going to be box press? They're going to keep the round thing going?
Keep it round, man. They got to change up their portfolio. Padron's a very boring looking cigar. When you walk into a humidor, you just see the price. You're like, what's the difference between these? They all look the same. But when you see the black or the 80th, you're like, okay, that's a different shape. That looks, the band's different. Like, piques your interest a little bit more.
The Legends.
I don't think that piques anyone's interest.
Different.
Yeah.
Every time I go into my shop, they're like, Mike, we still got Legends. I'm like, I bet you do.
Yeah. It's the shops that I know who got them, like in the initial push, have sold all of them out. And then they were all dumb. And they were like, let's get another box in. And they have not sold any of them. It's like everyone who got it the first time got it out of their system and was smart enough to go, I'm not going to buy that again. Yeah, it's not $200. Like, there's no way.
With my shop, with my shop, some Whelen bought the first box, you know, and then they've been slowly trickling out of the second one. 8 sides just to beat Placencia? Fuck yeah.
I'd buy that.
The Octagon.
So
this
do we have
very good?
Is it? I have that cigar. I've never smoked it.
You'll like it. You'll like it. It's creamy, chocolatey. It reminds me of a La Creme, just like in a different Vitola.
Say no more.
Yeah, dude.
Look at that burn line.
Yeah, what are you
Holding on,
again,
Whelen?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
That's
Trying
how
to
OG
get
unicorn.
Magnificent.
Yeah, JB. He'll take it as a
Hairspray
challenge.
Papa Saka or the Opus, huh?
Oh, that's a Saka Khan, isn't it?
It's the
Oh yeah.
Papa.
A huge one.
Papa or Oro.
I think the Papa will hold up better after that Royal, but I think that Oro is a better cigar.
Hey, I agree with you. I love
Let's relax, everybody. Just relax.
I'll just say take it easy.
You're gonna ruin our sponsorship, Mike. All right, I'm really trying.
The Sakakon is. I had a Sakakon that just hit, and it was amazing. I like the Sakakon a lot better than I like that Papa Saka.
I agree with that.
But I've only had one Papa Saka.
Sakakon's the shit. It's my favorite. Actually, I think RML Ribeye is my favorite Dunbarton. Yeah.
Have you smoked the Total Las Dias yet?
No. Have I? No, I think I have. I think I have on a live stream. But it was like my second or third cigar. It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's a good fucking cigar.
That's number one.
Peter, I think you sent me like a short, fat Bellicoso of that, and I've see the only Total Las Dias I've had before that is I bought a box of the Mas Forte, the thick Lonsdale, which is supposedly like an amped up blend of it. So I'm excited to try the original intent blend.
That short fatty is the best one in the blend for sure. Whelen, which one do you like? Because I know you like those Total Las Dias.
Well, I had the Mas Fuerte, which is pretty good, but I had the short Churchills. Those were my go-to.
Yeah, that's the short fatty. That's the one you got, Mike.
With the point?
Yeah. I don't know why he
call that
calls
a
it
short
that.
Churchill?
The short Churchills, 4.5 by 48, I think. They're not the Torpedo or the Bellicoso.
Is Mike get a cream over this comment here?
It's a very good cigar.
Little pre right there for Mike.
You know what I'd
Get that
rather
money.
have? I'd rather have 15 of those than one Royal Robusto.
I'm with you on that.
Preach.
As long as it's not the tempura. I can't get it. I can't get down with those
Cavalier does a good job of not having too expensive of cigars, but they're all very good. Unless you get tempura like Peter did. I had a tempura and it burned fine.
This segment is brought to you by Cavalier.
Yeah. Where's my sign? Hey, somebody's got to get us a sponsor, Peter.
I'll shop the show.
James is over there schmoozing.
He is.
What up, Fred? Good old Fred.
What's up, Fred?
Yeah. Mike agrees.
I stand by that the 23 is better than the 24, though. If you're going LEs, get the 23s before they're gone. It's a better cigar than the 24.
Did you have the 22? Did you ever smoke the 22?
I had the 22, and I didn't like it as much as the 23. That 23 just hits a spot for me for some reason, and it's like $11.
Ooh, bronzy backy.
There you go.
Take that, Roger.
Roger's not here. Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, take it, Raj.
Johnny, you feeling good back there, man? You look like you're fucking lounging.
No, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going through my head. Instead of getting up, I'm trying to do a visual representation of everything that's in the humidor of what I want to grab next. But you guys keep fucking talking, so now I'm like, oh, do I want a Cavalier? Oh, I don't know. Do I want a Connecticut?
bronze back?
I don't have any. Never had one, actually.
Go get a Lamper. Limitada 23.
I smoked my last Lampert. The Solomon.
Yeah, the
Connecticut
Golden Retailer.
Golden Retailer, yeah. Amazing cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me almost, I shit you not, too. I was thinking, I was like, I might just go grab a magic toast just to fuck everything up.
Don't do
It
that.
would do exactly that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
You would end on a low note.
Yeah.
God, Alec Bradley, what the hell? What the hell?
Did you smoke that ghoul? Did anyone smoke that ghoul?
I've seen it in the
one
lounge.
coming in.
No.
Jeez. Good luck.
Which
Ghoul? Is that
those-
a
the
tatuaje?
filthy Gooligan. The filthy Gooligan. The Alec Bradley.
Do people
the-
Like a
actually
Maduro
smoke?
Habano barber pole or something.
You know what? Just
I
based on the name alone, I know this is very judgmental. I wouldn't smoke that cigar. I mean, maybe if you paid me. Oh, I'm gonna run out and get a filthy Gooligan. Ooh. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't do it for
Sal,
me. What?
It's got ghosts on the band.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
a festive orange.
I-
Are you not in the spirit?
I'm repelled by that.
I'm repelled. I'm repulsed.
Me too. After smoking through this fucking monster smash, holy shit!
Yeah,
Where
man, I
are
feel
you
bad.
at now?
I
Where are you at
last
now?
the last one I smoked was the Kruger, so I think I got 5 more left still. Dang.
You poor SOB.
You started the wrong side. You should have started.
Every time I see you put a review up, I just laugh.
6. I have 6 left. Fuck.
I just laugh because I know
You're halfway
this is-
through. You're only halfway through. What are you
But the-
doing?
The start, I'm smoking them pretty frequently, and it like the start was okay. The first like 3 are the best ones, and then it's just been a disaster.
You know, one of the
Once I
main
hit the
reasons
Wolfman.
that I don't want to review cigars in any format whatsoever is that I would be forced to do what you're doing, which is smoking shitty cigars fucking day in and day out. I
It
just
comes
Well-
with the territory.
Unless you're doing a series, I personally will sprinkle in ones I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like. You know, every once in a while I'll take a hit and smoke a, New World Monte Cristo and just be like, "Wow, this is gonna
Yeah.
suck. Let's do
Well,
this,"
you
But then
do
I'll
that,
smoke
right?
something I know that I will enjoy after. It's when you get
Peter
into
is
these
smoking
series.
a box of 14 shitty cigars.
Oh, it hurts.
Smoking the Cohiba fucking dirt bag or whatever it's called. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
but this is what you guys are doing for your, your art.
Doing it for science.
And I lucked out in that the Tatuaje sampler that I'm doing, they only did 10 with the Lanceros, so, and I only have 9 of them, so.
I'll send you one of each, dude. I'm gonna send you all
Nah,
of them.
dude,
But
I'm good.
I bought that. the Smash pack, just on a whim, just because I got a good deal. I'm like, why the fuck not? Seeing Peter's like slow descent into fucking insanity with this pack, I'm just gonna hold on to it for a collector's item because I know like 10 years from now, 15 years from now, there'll be some douchebag. They'll be like, "Oh my god, this is a holy grail." Like, yeah, you got $1,000? Yeah.
got some Atabay Blacks?
Speaking of Atabay Blacks, I think November.
Mm-hmm. I just smoked one this week. I was a little
Sal,
wary.
You could only
Go ahead, Javi.
review the cigars you like. I was gonna say, Sal, you could review only the cigars you like. You don't have to do new releases and then
Well,
once you're done with the cigar you like, you're done.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. If you care about getting people to watch it, other than the 25 of us, I guess you kind of have to go out and do smoke cigars.
Oh, new
Pardon?
info from Greg.
Oh, oh.
You feel bad for smoking that one that you had, huh? Even though you have
No.
more, but still.
I mean, Johnny just sent me like 3 more, so I'm okay.
Okay.
And I'm working out
I
a
have
deal
5.
with JB. I think JB sending me a few too. Wheeling and dealing, baby.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the
Did you
effing
take
devil.
that? You take that out of my box, you son of a bitch, huh?
I did, man. Don't be mad.
Oh shit!
All right, gentlemen, I'm logging off. It's pretty late in the East Coast. It's just fun.
Awesome, Felipe.
Pleasure.
All right,
Talk
bro.
to you
Take it
guys
easy,
later.
Felipe.
See you, Felipe.
Take it easy, man.
Later.
See you, brother.
That was
Southpaw. Yeah.
You got to spend $100 on a cigar. Buy you some OG.
OG unicorn. I've had all of them, man. I don't know if you've had the black and the blue. The black was underwhelming, and that's my favorite Saka blend.
Yeah.
But the blue is better than the black.
Let's
the
smoke
OG.
the blue unicorn for the next one.
No, do OG. I'm telling you.
I'm voting for OG because I've had the blue thanks to Peter. So I wanna try something new.
I have
Blue's
both.
good.
I have both. So, whichever.
The blue is just like a standard blue. Like if you didn't know what you were smoking, you would think you were smoking the original. Like the size does not affect the smoke at all for me.
I actually enjoyed the blue more than I enjoyed the blue unicorn.
Mm.
Okay, let's not smoke the blue unicorn.
I think the OG.
I've
the
never
OG,
had it. I don't know.
The OG unicorn, I believe, is blended off of the Unstoller Valor. I think that's correct.
I know
Which
that
is-
the U-boat is blown up, blended off the Unstolen Valor, I think.
Yeah. Yep. Which is my favorite Moistura. Outside of, I mean, I don't know if Barbara is considered a Moistura, but it has the same band. It's more of a
That
shop
was-
exclusive.
That was actually that U-boat in the Unstolen Valor wasn't blended by Saka. It was blended by
Yeah.
Raul, like the
Yeah.
lead guy at Hoya.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, Saka was. I think Saka was trying to blend it and he couldn't get it down, and he had Raul blend it, and he like tried his iteration. He's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna release this one because it's better than the ones that I've been making." So, thanks.
Yeah.
Gashi unicorn.
Well, that's
Sierra's
it. Conviction
comment?
it is.
Conviction it is.
I don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
I want a good $100 cigar. These have all been fucking shitty for me.
You like the Lost
Yeah.
City? I'm telling you. Let's do it. Let's
I
do
like
that
Lost City when
A.
it's got 5 years of age on it. Like
Well,
I
you know,
sit on
just
my
pretend.
Lost City. Yeah,
And
I
5
guess.
inches less.
Put it in a hot room. It'll age quicker.
Oh, Gashi blue.
I can just imagine AZ just going, oh.
Make sure it's real wet.
That kid put that one picture of that little kid just looking at you like, what the fuck?
Yeah. This is fucking good. This Crown Heads, Hawaiian, whatever, Pete, do you have the name? Something starts with
Paniolo.
a P.
Paniolo.
Paniolo. This is better than a Royal Release. It's really enjoyable. It's very good.
Gonna have to dry box it.
Mmm.
Buy an A-sized. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you're thinking, Greg. That's fucking sounds delicious.
We could just buy
I
a
don't
bundle and duct tape them together.
Yeah. I don't think this is as good as the regular El Pulpo. Not digging it.
Is it rough? Is it rough?
No, it's not what I thought it would be.
No.
No. Superman is not here. But it's decently smooth. A lot smoother than I thought it would be. It's just like missing like the sweetness and stuff that I got off the regular El Pulpo.
It's just like earthy and espresso. Just like
Pretty much.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Hey, Johnny, how good's that cigar?
It might be good enough to end our friendship over, Peter. Oh,
Oh, that's good.
Look at that. Look at that face of enjoyment.
Can you pan the camera down, Johnny, please?
big wet spot.
I just want to see how tight those jeans are right now.
Oh, fuck. Great cigar, Steve. The Cocodrilo.
Ooh, yeah.
And he would know from the source, just talking to the man himself.
Attaboy, James. Way to get the info.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder how that's going to... I mean, it's probably going to be pretty good. I like the Vitola that it's out in now, man. There's just something about it.
It's a nice little smoke.
It's sessionable. It could be a nightcap, which is probably what it's going to be for you tonight. It's a perfect little cigar to end the night with plenty of flavor.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say that this is better than the Fonseca MX that I had. But I had that right on release, and she wasn't ready. But I think, Matt, you smoked it after release, and it still wasn't ready.
It was ass.
May never be ready.
Just like every other My Father I've had this year. The Sucesor was just everything, man. Like I love a lot of My Fathers. Just this year have not hit my palate. Something about them this year is just not doing it for me.
Outside of the 10th anniversary that I had a much better experience this year with. There's not many My Fathers I would seek.
Yeah.
Like my fucking stepfather.
It just beats you.
That was a good one, Sal. More like stepfather.
Yeah, the fucking put one of those cigars in my mouth. I'm fucking gonna be stepping on that thing in no time.
Stepdad, no. Little Sumatra from Dunbarton. That's pretty cool.
That'll be interesting to see what he does with that.
And he has the FSG coming out, so some new wrappers.
Has he never done a Sumatra before? It's just all been broadleaf and
I think it's all been. Yeah, I don't think he's done Sumatra.
I have to check his Moestro line to know that it's got a whole bunch of different wrappers, but I don't think he's done Sumatra.
Yeah, I don't think he has.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a very empathetic person, but I really feel bad for the people who don't get to experience this black.
I'm not a very empathetic person. But I feel
I'm not. If I'm being honest, I don't give a fuck about people. I care about animals, small children, and people with disabilities. You know what I mean? Like regular people, you fuck your life up. Fuck you. You know what I mean? But I just feel bad for people in the cigar community that are never going to experience this cigar.
Man, clip that. We got to make sure we timestamp this one.
Yeah. 213.
That'll be an unbanded short.
I don't completely believe that is very funny, but I think Johnny cares about people. I think he cares about
I care about people I know.
his mom, his friends.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a sensitivity there that may, warrant him to not care about other people, right? But
Come on, Sal. I'm trying to pretend I'm hard, and you're ruining it.
He's a softie. He's a big teddy bear.
I think so. I think Johnny's a good guy.
Is that Le
That's-
Bijou
that-
100th, the 100 años? That's like a yearly.
It's actually
release?
good. It's
I have
actually
one.
they didn't come out with it last year. I think it was a 2022 cigar, and they skipped a year, and now they're coming out with it again. It could be a biannual release.
All right, so mine should be really good at this point, right?
I don't like La Bijou, but I like that 100 años, the Cien años.
Alright.
That was a good cigar. It's like a Corona Gorda. I smoked it in. It's very good.
In
There's a lot of
2020
truth.
They're wrong.
A lot of
There's
truth
a lot
to
of
that comment.
feelings in there.
in 20
Yes,
2014,
I'm
go ahead.
I agree. I mean, I think we talked about this elsewhere, but I was a proponent of the My Father the Judge, Torofino, Corona Gorda, like they're good cigars, but it's like lately, I too am done with My Father as well. Like I just it doesn't do it for me.
I agree.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Proud
that
of you.
Sousa Sour.
I'm proud
So
of it.
proud of you.
It's a very size-specific brand, and all of them need to be bought and abandoned in your humidor for like a year.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
Even if you do get
that's
the
what
right
everybody
size.
says. Like that's the most
Yeah.
everybody says. Like, oh, I'm always smoking the wrong Vitola. Because I think somebody posted that comment in the thing was that I'm always told like I'm smoking the wrong Vitola, and I'm tired of trying to find the right one. And it's true. Like I'm just done trying to find the good My Father. It's not worth the $300 of shit I got to spend to find that one mediocre $13 cigar.
Johnny,
Totally understandable.
they're all wrong. This is- every Vitola.
But I think too, like again, there's a lot of good conversations that go on in private lounges and shit like that. And one of them was they were talking about like some guy, I'm not going to name names, but they were talking about like how some guy would praise like a particular cigar, like whether it be a My Father or something like that. But they're just like kind of new in their cigar journey, and they don't have a lot to compare on. Because I went through that too. It's like, wow, this is really, really good. Then you smoke an Alfonso, you smoke an Atabey, you smoke Davidoff, whatever, and then you start to change because now you can compare what good cigars are. So at one point, that AJ might have been the best cigar they ever smoked. And then a year down the road, that AJ is now in like 50th place.
Yeah.
So
you can't give somebody shit for saying they like a cigar that you don't like because they don't have anything to base it off.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
stepping stones. They're just stepping.
Nobody's
going to
jump in. Yeah, nobody's first cigar is going to be an Atabey. It just doesn't happen. So,
And if it was, they might not appreciate what makes that Atabey great.
Very true. Yeah, absolutely.
Very true.
But I feel like I've hit that level of I'm just
Ballerness.
done with My Father.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Have you reviewed a Atabey Black on your channel, Johnny? Yeah.
For my birthday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that.
I gotta check it out.
Well, if you got an hour and a half to kill, go for it, buddy.
Longer than Rogers reviews. Holy shit.
Probably.
What reviews?
Oh,
He does overviews, yeah.
This thing is burning really nice.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Great construction. For Peter, it's okay.
It doesn't suck. It's a good cigar. It's not. I wouldn't put it up there with La Carême, La Patissier, even some of the Mil Diaz, the regular Mil Diaz, or the good Maduro ones. But it's good. It's a crown head cigar. You'll smoke it and be like, this fits the portfolio.
Let's talk
I heard
about that
someone
Mil
said-
Diaz, just the regular Mil Diaz, not the Maduro, not any LE,
Habano.
just the regular, to me, which is, I think that's the best one. But what size do you guys like that cigar in? Where do you think it shines?
Corona Gorda.
Yep.
I like the
Granagorda.
Bellicosa. The Bellicosa they released for an LE. I think it was 23.
Yeah, but I'm
Last year,
saying
yeah.
not the LEs, just the regular.
Corona Gorda. 6x46.
Yeah, that's the size they do tremendously well.
I think they're
It's
all
great.
pretty solid, though. Anytime I smoke a regular Mil DS, I'm like, yeah,
Hmm.
What are
The
they doing?
only-
They need to stick to this.
Mike, you sent me
Yeah.
one that had a little bit of time on it, a little bit of age. That was
Yeah, the
really
2020.
nice.
Yeah, that was the
I
first
like it.
release one.
I just picked some up at a local B&M, but they only had the, I believe the Edmundo.
I
So-
I like
think
all of them.
they stopped making the Corona Gorda because it wasn't a
So-
size that sold enough. They're basically down to whatever they call their Robustos and Toros.
Mm.
Huber was saying that on a reel recently or something.
I've liked all the iterations, like standard production and LEs, outside of the year they put a Sumatra wrapper on it. Whatever year that was, I didn't think it was as good. It was an LE, but it wasn't as good as the standard.
Sure. I don't know that I've had that one.
I'll send you one.
I think I like it. I like it better than the La Veretta. I'll go there.
But that 20-second La Veretta you had, Sal, I think it was pretty good, wasn't it?
It was actually, yeah.
There you go.
And listen, I've got a 23rd, a 24th, and a 25th lined up, bro.
Sublime. That's 6x54, I think.
Yeah.
That's a Toro, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their main sizes are the Edmundo, which is 5 3/8 by 52, and then the Sublime, which is 6 by 54.
Okay.
You can still find singles of the Corona Gordas, but I'm seeing boxes of 20 on back order, which is
Sold out.
You know.
Yeah, I know. I was just, looking at, the V cut, which is like 10 minutes for me, and they're my buddies, and I like to, even though I can buy cigars way cheaper, you still got to support those places so they stay in business. I think they're important.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I pop into my
Chris
local
Vega.
too often.
I mean, can you imagine having I don't know if Greg is still in here, but could you imagine having a fucking B&M in California or New York and having to charge that exorbitant amount of tax when, like we all do, we could just go look around, find the cigar for half the price and get a bunch of them, get 3 cigars for the price of, one of whatever they're charging, plus whatever their markup is. That's got to be a tough fucking racket, man.
Yeah.
It sucks. Fucking Greg. Well, to Chris's question, Southern California, Maximar, that's small batch. Their physical storefront's great. Great selection. Great. They don't have much of it. They have a patio you can sit at. Cigar spots down in Lake Forest. Really nice lounge, good selection. Orange County. LA, Sal can have some recommendations for you in downtown LA. King's, V-Cut, those are some of his favorites.
Yeah, Lone Wolf's a good spot. There's a new place in Glendale, although I think that's just private. Also in the Valley, there's the Cigar Warehouse. They have a nice lounge. They have a fucking great humidor. V-Cut is in West Hollywood. King Cigar Lounge is in downtown LA. They're all, and then Lone Wolf in Santa Monica. Also, very nice humidor and a nice lounge.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're into it, Fuente does a good job of making pretty solid cigars across the board. There's some I prefer more than others, but
I don't know if he's asking if there's like another young company.
Lambert.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Young, but is there
Well,
he's saying Dunbarton is still young, but is there another cigar company that has as solid performance across the entire catalog?
Is it performance as in sales or performance as in construction?
I think being good cigars, good blends across the board.
I take it that way.
Overall, good portfolio. Yeah.
Because I mean, Dunbarton has some that, like the original Sobra Mesa, that's just like an okay cigar. Like that's one that I smoked one semi recently, and I was like, this is why I have not returned to this one. But there's a lot of bangers in their catalog too. You know, more bangers than meh. You know?
I think we
Would
can
Cavalier fall in that category as a young company?
Well, I think we can answer this question in two ways. One, we could answer it as a boutique brand, boutique labels, and then, the bigger ones, your Fuentes and Padrones and Davidoffs, which all three of them have bangers across the board, for them. I mean, they've a lot of facings, but they have a lot of really good cigars. But I heard Lamper. I agree with that for a boutique brand. At one time, that was Crown Heads.
Smoking Jacket.
I would say Principal. Kellner, yeah.
Principal, great shit.
Principal,
love Principal.
It's a great fucking brand, I think. And
Darren knows his shit.
I finally got Martinique's coming in.
Ooh,
I've been putting back on those cigars. I've been pushing back on those cigars just for other cigars for so long. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna buy some.
Yeah.
Dude, so good. So freaking good. And here's Greg's comment I was laughing at. Sorry, Audi.
Well, what does that mean exactly? I don't work like that and fuck California. What does that mean? I don't know what he's... Okay.
I get I loud and clear with the fuck California part. I get that.
Yeah. Well, the tax. Yeah. If that's what he means.
My question for everybody on the panel, the Principal, have you all, what is it? It's called it starts with a D. Kind of got a great band.
Decien. The Decien.
The Decien. How did anybody smoke? Was it good?
It was phenomenal. It was freaking phenomenal. One of the most upfront fruity cigars I've ever had. Just Javi, it tasted like.
We've talked, Javi. You and I have talked about that cigar. I think I sent it to you. I sent it to you.
That one you sent. I would have it because I haven't smoked it. I have not smoked the cigar at all.
I was looking. Almost positive.
I was shopping through their stuff, looking at all the stuff that they have, see what I wanted. I want to. I'll probably put another order in a couple of weeks, but I want to get some of those conchus or whatever those. Basically like the little pig. Yeah, they're little pig sizes. I had one in a luxury brand pack, and it was really good.
And I think this is what Greg was saying. We don't work like that. Saying that they absorb the tax. I think that's what Greg was saying.
I pay the tax each month on buying it. Yeah. But the tax that they charge in California is 68%. I don't think Ohio is in the same. I don't know what the tax is in Ohio.
He just said that they pay a cap of 64 cents per cigar, and there's 37%
very different
for little cigars.
Very different than 60 some odd percent, not cents.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I know Minnesota is technically 95% tax, but there's a 50 cent per cigar cap. So it ends up being not bad. I think a lot of states are kind of that way, where you look at the percentage and it's awful, but there's a cap. Whereas California and New York, you're just kind of fucked.
You got no cap.
Yeah.
The cap is you get fucking capped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think
that's what I was saying, man. There's so many really, excellent places to go here. The people that own them and run them and work there, there's some just phenomenal people, excellent tobacconists, curating a great humidor, creating an area for people to, have community and further the cigar culture and the civilization that happens in that. I think those are really important things. And here, it's got, my point is, it's got to be difficult to maintain that business. It's got to be a real struggle. Like I don't know how you make money.
Yeah.
Especially if you got most people coming in buying singles, and you don't have a bunch of people coming in buying boxes. So I think the thing is, you got to find those people, and maybe that's sort of like something that happens where I got a box of bowls from I literally bought a box of bowls at a local B&M. I got a decent price, but I had to pay cash, and it's still almost not quite double, but 1.5 times more than what it should be.
Agreed. The wise man changing to my father did not help Foundation.
And the Axum did not help Foundation.
No.
I like that.
To us.
Oh,
Johnny.
No, you don't, Johnny.
Johnny.
You can't be smoking an Atabay
Johnny
Black
be good.
going, I like that. I like that Axum.
I had
the Matapa.
Matapa. Yeah, I had the Matapa. What was it, Thursday? And like it's decent, but like I agree with what you were saying, Peter, where it's like the light beer version of like an Olmec.
Yeah.
But it has to be. There's two blends, right? There's a Maduro and a Claro.
Yeah.
In the Matapa.
Yep, I had the Maduro.
One's the Claro is
bad.
the good one.
One's
Right.
bad and one's really bad.
yeah, it doesn't move me at all.
Just smoking that.
Yeah.
And guys, that was another cigar, because I love Nick Melillo and Foundation, and I really tried with that, and it was like the La Veretta for me with Crown Heads, right? Just kept smoking it, not as much, but
I like that one too.
Nick, if you DM me on IG, I'll point you in the right direction on where to get some principles. Good cigars, man.
He will lead you. He'll lead you the right way, and they have a lot of different blends too.
yeah.
They have a pretty big portfolio.
And
Yeah, there's
unique.
One of Peter's favorites.
They're
The Time to
fucking.
Burn.
Their flavor profiles are fucking just a little different, right? They're excellent. The Martinique,
the aviators are very
the
good.
Aviator, and they're all different.
The Accomplice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a shop I'll point you in the direction that has like a really good sampler where you get a bunch of different ones, so you'll get a little bit of variety.
Good man. Well, guys, I think we're at past 2.5 hours. Jeez Louise.
It's almost 1 a.m.
Yeah. Peter needs to get to bed. Johnny, you're on the East Coast too. Frickin' Carpy, you're ahead too. But oh yeah, Javi, you're in Texas. But yeah, we burned them Benjis. Yeah, we burned them Benjis. We burned them good, and we were overall slightly disappointed once again. Overall.
You're saying
Overall.
it averaged out to about a B, you think?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Sure.
C
Yeah,
plus,
that's
C plus, B minus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But thanks for joining, guys. Frickin' great night. Really cool hanging out with you dudes. Thanks everybody in the chat for showing up. Greg, Guess, Ben, Tech. I'm just reading all the names that I see right now.
All the guys who stuck it out 2.5 hours.
Yeah, there's almost 60 people watching. 2.5
That's
hours
fucking
in.
awesome, man.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Like the stream,
Don't-
follow all the channels. We appreciate it.
Yeah, don't forget to watch Unbanded on Thursdays, Infamous on Fridays. We got a new group. What are they called? The Stogie
Society.
Stogie Society goes live on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, and in 2 weeks we're going to do a Cigars with Friends where we're interviewing Aaron Sigmund, who is an acclaimed journalist and writer and a legend and icon in the cigar industry, a man with a tremendous amount of knowledge and cachet. And I hope everybody tunes into that, because I think we're going to get a lot out of that. And you can ask great questions. I talked to him about that, and he's totally open to that.
And get great answers.
Yeah, he's super smart and very articulate and talks a lot.
Great commiserating with you guys for wasting $100.
You're gonna suffer with us next time live, Eric. We're gonna pull you out.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Great stream. Good chilling. Might see you guys in the other chat. We'll see.
Well, thank you for having me, Matt, and great to be with you all and share a cigar and conversation. I appreciate it. A lot of love to everybody and everybody out there in the chat.
Hell yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
See ya.